kind of in a diagonal pattern on the front. Blue helmets today for the Buccaneers. They wear jerseys similar to New York Rangers jerseys, the same colors, red, white, and blue. At center ice, Lincoln Yelm down for the face-off for Tri-City. They'll face the Des Moines center and Joseph Argentina. Puck is dropped. The game is on here from the Vero Center. As the Storm try to collect 2 wins out of the 3 games they play this weekend. Their first of 6 3-3s on the year. Des Moines, just a 2-game weekend for them. They were off Friday, played last night in Sioux City, collected a big 5-3 win. Today in Kearney, a quick turnaround. Puck ends up in the far corner. Des Moines zone off the hop. Buccaneers scoop it up, and they are on their way out of their own zone. This is Argentina on the right wing for Philadelphia. Pass to the far corner. It was a puck that bounced its way in the Storm zone. Bodie Wise got it for Tri-City. Storm move it to the left wing. Jensen grabs it and dumps it into the Des Moines zone. We'll go up to the bench for a change. All 5 Storm players will come out. Here's some new faces out for Tri-City. The first shift over with. In the Storm zone, the puck. Bodie Leyland's got it. A backhand feed rink wide trying to hit Brecken Smith. Got tipped en route to him. Picked off by Des Moines' Jason Davenport. Ends up back in the net. Ryan Seelinger, Miami commit. He's their top scorer. 7 points for Des Moines this season. With it back in the net, trying to center it in front. Puck was knocked down. Leyland's got it on his stick. Now turned over. Seelinger in front of the cage. Lost it. Smith played it to the safety of the near corner. He bumps there with a couple of Buccaneers. And now the puck back in the Storm net. Cash Crawford. Right wing on the far side, Jarvis. Ripped it through center. Puck deflected Des Moines zone near corner. Davenport tussles down there with Brecken Smith. As the Buccaneers have a lot of personnel in that near corner. They end up winning the battle. Storm giving them a hard time, though. As Des Moines trying to get firm possession of the puck. Seelinger was hit. A nice physical play there by Marine. Seelinger slow to get up. Marine took the puck back in the net, centered it in front. And it's covered up by the Des Moines goaltender in Wyland. He holds on. 18:20 to go in the first. So the Storm with some good work down there. And that shift in their offensive end. They lost the puck, then were able to work to get it back. And it ended up ending that play with a chance by Marine and on the Des Moines net with a save by Wyland. He was born in July of '05, Northbrook, Illinois native, uncommitted. Face-off to his right here in the Des Moines zone. Cam Springer in the face-off for the Storm up against Des Moines' Owen Tylick from the Buffalo area. The puck got out to center. Zielinski backhand up in behind the Storm net. Nelson plays it. He's in net today for the Storm. Michael Prado started the last 2 games, so Nelson, the number 2 goaltender at the start of the year here, getting the start on this Sunday. Des Moines takes away a Storm rush at their own blue line. They put it into the Tri-City zone. Nelson back in the net, plays a loose puck, wrapped it around the wall to Zielinski. He's on it in that near corner. Storm able to work the puck free on a nice job by Barron and Ozagani down there to get possession for Tri-City, but it's sent down the length of the rink by the Storm for an icing. Far side of the Des Moines zone, another whistle here with 17:40 left in the first. So face-off will come down to the left of Nelson. Well, Des Moines actually hasn't chosen yet, but they do choose the left of Nelson here. John Torchetti very high on Nelson this week, and in our interview before the game, if you heard that, said he is a coach's dream to have on your team. The way he works off the ice, his habits during practice and away from the arena are very strong. Coach Torchetti had a lot of good things to say about the guy in net today for the Storm. Barron dumps it into the Des Moines zone. Far side boards played by the Buccaneers. Getting it out on the far wing to center, where some Des Moines players who are all chipping in there to move it up the ice. Far half wall grabbed now by the Buccaneers, Harper Searles. Storm get it in their own zone, left wing Bloomer. Out of his own end, dumps it to the near half wall, played by Brown. Centering pass in front, and another shot went off the side of the net. An initial centering pass sent right back to Brown near boards, and a tough angle shot hit the side of the cage. Des Moines out of their own zone. Ryland Randall carries forward, the Arizona State commit. Put it back in the Storm net. Nelson a backhand feed to the far corner. A D-to-D look there between Mikulski and Matveyev. Brown near side of his own blue line for the Storm. Rink wide feed across to the right wing. Mikulski hits the brakes on the far half wall. Cycles it back to the Des Moines net. Davenport on it. Backhand feed in the far corner. Grabbed there by Ryan Kroll for Des Moines. Leaves it down the ice. Leyland on it for the Storm. Try to whack it past the Des Moines incoming player and Nathan Howard. Ends up right wing corner of the Storm zone. Leyland a pass, trying to get out of his own zone. Knocked down as it was toward the blue line. Howard picks it up far corner. Back to the line, up high at the left point. Sealinger and a chance to the net. Beg your pardon, that was not Sealinger. Ryan Kroll rather that shot. Blacked out in traffic in front, and Whitfield carries for the Storm. Left wing center ice. Red line places the puck near corner of the Moines zone. Kroll was on it there, tied up with Tri-Cities. Number 19 in white. And Maddox Malmquist, who's been a good offensive threat this season so far. Wise back in the net for the Storm in his own zone. Lincoln Yelm, far side pass to Jensen. Nice little give and go kind of play there to Wise. But it was an offside entry for the Storm. That'll hold the clock 15:45 to go in the first. I would say not really a give and go there. Incorrect way to describe that play. Jensen got the puck far side of the Storm offensive blue line. Quickly fed to Wise, who was coming down the right wing with some speed. A nice setup. But unfortunately, the Storm offside there as the zone entry mistimed at the Des Moines line. Face off Des Moines right wing closest to their blue line. It is won back by the Storm. Clean win. Pilgrim the center. Matveyev D-to-D for Mikulski, and it's put down far corner of the Des Moines zone. Back of the net, Henry Schmiel for Des Moines. Threw it through the middle of his own zone, ended up near side center ice. Red line, Matveyev quickly there to bat it back into the zone. Behind the Des Moines cage, Gus Thorpe. And he turned it over far corner. Jarvis sent it through the middle, near the crease. Nobody could get a stick on it for either team. Storm stay with it, cycle it up high, shot for the right point. From Mikulski, Pat save Weiland, rebound follow-up Smith. Got a little backhand shot to the cage. Easy cover for Weiland. He holds on. 15-12 remain in the first period. Scoreless game. Storm lead the shots 2-1. Tri-City playing 2 Sunday home games this year. This is obviously one. The next one will come on February 1st, ironically against this Des Moines team. Face off to the right of Weiland. Storm win the puck, and Ozagani sends it around the board to the right point. Met there by Behrens, fellow Slovak. Back to center ice it goes. Des Moines kicks it ahead. Storm in their own end. Barron off the board to the near side. Mickle plays it far corner, Tri-City zone. It is Barron first to it, working hard down to that corner with Blake Solinsky, the Providence commit. Back to the line, a shot to the net from the far side. Randall. He got knocked down traffic in front, and the Storm now have possession. Marine left corner. Fed it to Leyland, middle of the ice. Then Tyler took over for Des Moines, trying to take it over his own blue line and then reset possession. They call offside on Tri-City there. A lot going on as play kind of transition into the Des Moines zone. Storm called for the offside. We get an immediate timeout here with 14:35 to go, period number 1. No score, Tri-City and Des Moines just getting started on this Sunday from the Aero Center. We're back with more in a moment on Storm Radio.
So how exactly is Northwestern Energy delivering a bright future?
By making sure your lights come on every day.
And providing new ways to help you save.
By adding critical infrastructure
that allows our communities to grow.
By dedicating time and resources that ensure our energy's reliability.
And decreasing our emissions until we reach net zero.
It's your future and all of ours.
So we won't stop working
until it's as bright as it can be.
Midwest Connect helps.
Save money with this Northwestern Energy tip. Install LED bulbs in all your light fixtures. They conserve energy and stay cooler than other bulbs. And because they don't produce much heat, they won't trick your thermostat into running the AC longer than necessary.
Just over 5 minutes into our game today at 5. The Aero Center, Tri-City nothing and Des Moines nothing. As the face-off here will come out of our immediate timeout in the neutral zone. Des Moines right wing closest to their blue line. Drew Roloffs will take the face-off for the Buccaneers against Tri-City's Connor Brown. Puck tied up for in the neutral zone. Brown then leaves it to the far corner in the Buccaneer end of the ice. Left wing corner, Des Moines got it. They turn it over at the right point. Shot in there from Bodie Wise. Hit some traffic in front, bounced wide of the Des Moines net. Came back up high at the left point. Catch Crawford handles. Sent it back down the left wing wall. In behind the cage, Doms. Ashton Doms, the former Des Moines Buccaneer. Spent over a season with them. Was traded to the Storm in October of last year, later part of that month. Played 8 games with Des Moines last year. And for a trade to Tri-City, Buccaneers got the puck out of their own zone to center. And they handle it now back in their own end as they look to plant their way up the ice. Here's up for over the line for Des Moines. Near side Argentina. Quick rip for the near half wall into the Storm zone. Nice save was made by the goaltender, and Nelson. He holds on with 13:47 to go in the first. And again, the first game action for Nelson since September 20th against this Des Moines team. Born in April of '07 from Hudson, Wisconsin. He is uncommitted. And in that game against Des Moines, halted 22 of the 26 shots that came his way. Buccaneers with a face-off win in their offensive end, played down the left wing boards by the Buccaneers, came in front as Kiss was trying to get a stick on it. Could not really get firm possession. Storm grabbed the puck, take it out of their own end, dumped in left wing Yell behind the Buccaneer net. Far half wall Des Moines looking to get it out. Argentina sent out on the backhand. Over the line they come. Here's a chance. Howard to the net. Few moves around the Storm defender back in Whitfield. He tried a centering pass over to his teammate on the rush in Argentina, but they could not connect. Was a good look. Back up high at the line. A shot from Gus Storm. Nelson handles. Big rebound came out and finished off into the net by Argentina for a Des Moines goal. And the Buccaneers lead at 1-0. They strike first today. 13:10 to go in the opening period. Argentina with his third of the year. It was a shot to the net from the near side of the Storm crease area by Theo Kiss. Nelson got an initial piece of it, but then let go a big rebound. And Argentina there to clean it up just outside the blue paint to give Des Moines the 1-0 lead. Again, the puck ended up kind of between the bottom of the circle and the crease. Near side of the Storm net, Theo Kiss. A shot on Nelson, who made the stop but gave up a healthy rebound out of the blue paint. And Argentina there to finish off an easy goal into the empty net. As Nelson was pinned over toward the near post. 1-0 Des Moines. Buccaneers puck in their offensive end. It is a play that was kind of intercepted there by Carson Pilgrim. The Storm, he intercepted a pass en route to Des Moines. Adams hit Licky up high on the left side, but then shipped the puck down the ice into the Des Moines zone for an icing. 12:47 to go in the opening period. Des Moines team that's 2-2-2. That's their record to the first 6 games of the regular season. They have 6 points. That's 4th place in the Western Conference. They are playing a stretch of 5 straight games on the road right now. That began last night at Sioux City, their longest string of consecutive road contests this year. Storm ice the puck again from their own end down the rink with 12:41 to go in the first. That was a face-off that came to the left of Nelson and the Storm net. Carson Pilgrim now for Tri-City against Des Moines' Nate Deladonna in the near circle. Buccaneers win the draw, and they have it here at the right point. Seelinger wraps it around the boards in back of the net, Deladonna. Near side, Seelinger up high on the right wing to Mickle. His shot was knocked down in front. Des Moines gets it. Deladonna tried to calm down a bouncing puck near side goal line, couldn't find it, or really get a firm grasp of it. Storm then grab possession over the line left wing. Pilgrim to the offensive zone. A shot up high, and Weiland fights it off with the upper part of the chest, holds on with the glove to hold play with 12:17 to go in the first. So Des Moines was trying to set up a few chances in front of their offensive net. Storm then got the puck quickly up the left wing. They moved. Pilgrim ended up with a nice chance near circle on Weiland. The shot kind of up high in his chest area. He had to get that glove up there to pin the puck up against his body, and that's what ended up halting the play, was his grasp of it in the glove. Storm have the puck in their own zone. They turn it over. Here comes Des Moines. A chance in the high slot. Tylek backhand shot. Get him a spin around move. Intercepted by Barron for the Storm. He's out of his own zone. Plays it over the line. It's in the Des Moines end of the ice, but quickly shipped back out to center by the Buccaneers. Wise turns it over. Here's Zelensky, right wing on the Storm line. Centers it over. A nice goal and a finish by Reese Wallen, the former Tri-City Storm player. He makes it 2-0 Des Moines on a nice passing play. Storm turned the puck over out at center, and Des Moines quickly pounced on the chance. 2-0 Buccaneers, and again, 11:50 to go in the opening period. It was turned over by the Storm in the neutral zone in front of their own bench. Zelensky got it, took it down the right wing into the Tri-City zone. Wallen was coming on the back door down the left side. He fed it over to Wallen, who made a nice one-touch kind of shot past Nelson, his outstretched right pad for the goal to make it 2-0. Puck comes in from the center circle, face-off in toward the Des Moines net, covered up there by Weiland. He holds on, and face-off will come here in his zone. So Reese Wallen was traded from the Storm to Des Moines in July for a couple of draft picks. Tri-City got out of that trade a 2026 Phase 1 5th-round pick and a 26 Phase 2 5th-round pick. Wallen last year, 43 games for the Storm, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. Did have some injury issues throughout the year, and Storm traded him in July, and now with Des Moines, he's had a good season with them so far. That's his 3rd goal of the year. And he entered the day appearing in 5 games this season, now has 5 points on the year, does Wallen. So the puck wrapped around the boards in the Storm offensive zone. They have it right point. Leyland's shot to the net, blacked out in front. And Des Moines will start up the sheet here with some speed. Searles then fed it right wing. Bloomer intercepted that, got in the way of the intended recipient of the pass, Rylan Rooney. Puck in the Storm offensive end here. They try to get possession. Puck sent far boards by Des Moines, kept in right point. Leyland walks far circle, a shot. Nice block there, and getting his body down was Kroll to get in the way of that for Des Moines. Davenport below the goal line. It came to Leyland far circle. He jammed a shot. They got tipped up and out of play. And clock stopped with 10:59 remaining in the opening period. He saw it to the left of Weiland in the Des Moines net. Bodie Leyland is the assist leader for the Storm. At the moment, 4 of those on the year, 4 points. Storm won the face-off in their offensive end. Back to the point it went, and Whitfield on the right wing boards. A shot toward the net. Ended up in the near corner. The Storm now back within their own zone. Crawford turned it over to Des Moines, who had some forecheck pressure. They now get it to the half wall, but they dump it play intercepted by Monquist off the stick of Des Moines' Gus Thorpe. Came back out to center. Argentina scoops it up for Des Moines. Far circle, Storm zone, walks to the right side. Now a follow-up shot. Puck him off his stick. That came from Schmiel of Des Moines. Nice stop by Nelson. As a play, Schmiel got that loose biscuit near circle, and Nelson handled it with the upper part of the body, and there's a glove save by Nelson as Thorpe got a loose puck up high just off the rim of the top of the near circle. Quick little one-timer in there, and Nelson with a good glove save holds on. 10:21 remain in the first period. Squirted from down low, up high quickly, kind of toward the right point in the top of the near circle, and the Thorpe shot handled by a flash of leather from Nelson. Face off to the left of the Storm netminder here. Storm win it in their own zone. Wise off the glass of the near side, backhand shovel the puck into the Des Moines zone, handled by Rylan Randall. Off glass to the far away in the Storm zone. Wise, D-to-D for Mikulski. 3rd game for Mikulski in a Storm uniform. Remember, he was acquired from Trail Smoke in the BCHL, I guess you could say last week. Des Moines here gets the puck out of their own zone on the left wing. They carry it over the Storm line. Racing to the net, Deladonna to the cage. Let go of the puck. I think he was trying to shoot it, maybe center it over in front of the Storm net. Ended up on Zidlicki's stick for Des Moines. But he has to carry out to center and hand off on the left wing at center ice. Zidlicki then dumped it in. Mikulski hard around the boards to the far away. Puck gets out of the Storm zone. Jarvis backhand centering feed across center ice. Smith dumps it in near corner Des Moines zone. Kroll will get to it first. Tri-City at the end of a shift getting some line changes. Here's a play on a puck that went to the slot on a bad Des Moines pass. Ozagani trying to collect it far circle in the Des Moines zone, could not. Whipped out to center by the Buccaneers, and the Storm will regroup in their own end. It was Matviev to Leyland up the right wing for Ozagani. Trying to get it to his teammate in the middle of the ice. And Springer hopped off his twink to the near corner Des Moines zone. They battle for it there. Buccaneers end up with it. They move it up the right wing out to the neutral zone. Leyland backpedals in his own end for Tri-City. Off the boards in the far wing. Springer picks it up. Right wing center ice red line. Came off his stick, and then he got it back near the Des Moines line. Gave it right to Kroll, though. He moved the biscuit up the far wing into the Storm zone, and Bodie Leyland with it below the goal line in his own end. Leyland left wing with speed. Gets around a couple Des Moines defenders. Out to the middle of the ice, it was a pass to Springer that hopped off his twing, and then puck came back. Crawford all alone in his own zone for the Storm. Right wing pass to Leyland, far side Des Moines line, able to shovel it into the Des Moines zone, but Buccaneers numbers there, they take possession back. On the left wing in his own end is Wallen. The UMass commit. Seats it out of his own end through center. Right wing over the Storm line, Wallen carries near circle, Tri-City end of the ice. Dumps the puck in the backhand softly back in the Storm net. Doms picks it up there. And he passes the far wing. Crawford tried to get on it for the Storm. Could not. A lot of Des Moines players in the area wreaking havoc. Randall had it for a moment for the Buccaneers. Now the Storm get it out. And over the line on the right wing, it was a pass there in front of Brown. Far corner, they fight for it. Des Moines zone. Bloomer and Brown in there for Tri-City. Des Moines has Mickle in there. He ended up getting the puck free, but sent it to the right point. Intercepted by Cash Crawford. Whitfield then motors the puck through the middle of the Des Moines zone to the far corner. Nobody there to get it. It's Doms then who ends up with it for the Storm center point. Shot wide to the far side Des Moines net. Puck loose on the end boards, picked up by Des Moines' Drew Roloffs. And then it was a puck backhanded up and out of play on the far side. They'll give us a whistle here with 7:35 to go in the first as Des Moines was trying to get out of their own end. We have another media timeout here from the Viera Center today. 2-0 Des Moines in the first period. And you're listening to Storm Radio.
Save money with this Northwestern Energy tip. Install LED bulbs in all your light fixtures. They conserve energy and stay cooler than other bulbs. And because they don't produce much heat, they won't trick your thermostat into running the AC longer than necessary.
We'll get you going in the morning, yeah, we're here for you. With a smile on our face and a cup of brew. If you need a hot breakfast to get you on the move, while you get your car ready, filling up on a fuel. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump and Pantry.
Storm trying to pump up their first period here. We have reached the second half of the first frame. 7:35 to go in the frame, and Tri-City trails Des Moines 2-0 on this Sunday. Des Moines goals in this first period from Joseph Argentina. That first one they scored came 6:50 into the first, his third of the year, unassisted, they say at the moment. And that second tally for Des Moines, 8:10 into the first. A little over a minute later, Reese Wallen, number 3 on the year, assisted by Blake Zielinski and Ryan Kroll. They stop the Storm offensive zone over immediate timeout. They work the puck to the right wing, and Bodie Wise takes it far circle, pass to the slot. Yelma one-timer, didn't get all of it there, and it went wide to the far side of the Des Moines net. Longquist near corner, gave it to Yelm, shovels it around the boards to the right point. Wise. Far half wall, Yelm is on it again. He ties up with a Buccaneer, came back to the line. Wise, rink wide to Mikulski, who swung and missed on a one-timer to the near point. Sent around the boards by Kroll, kept in right point Wise. Storm still in the offensive end. Mikulski, top the near circle, holds and waits. Takes the puck to the near half wall, lost it. Now Yelm with it near corner for Tri-City. Around the boards it goes to the far corner, grabbed by Kroll on the left wing side, and the Buccaneers are trying to get the puck up and out, I believe, of the zone. He threw the air, but that puck instead went over the glass out of play on the far wing. And with 6:48 to go in the first, we'll have a whistle here and a face-off to the left of Wyland. Puck is down and dropped, and Des Moines wins the face-off. Kroll chips it out of his own zone to center. Handled by Howard, trying to compound a bouncing puck with some nifty hand-eye coordination. Really couldn't get it to lay flat on the ice in front of the Storm net after he got it kind of between the circles of the Tri-City zone. Matveyev lifts it out for Tri-City of his own end, but into the bench. And Ashton Dobbs of the Storm will hand the puck to the linesman, who's going to drop it at that dot right by the Storm bench. Tri-City left wing closest to their blue line with 6:28 to go in the opening period. 2-0 Des Moines, and they lead the shots 8-4. Pilgrim in the draw with Nate Deladonna. They fight for it, both teams, after the face-off. Storm end up with possession. Smith dumped it into the area below the goal line of the Des Moines zone. Thorpe there for the Buccaneers. Pinned to the wall by Jarvis. Battle begins. Smith joins the fray for Tri-City. Digging away is Schmiel in there for Des Moines. And Deladonna in there as well for the Buccaneers, as Thorpe still has that puck pinned up against the wall. He and Jarvis were the main two involved in that battle. Came back up high at the left point. Pilgrim near half wall. Now it's on the stick of Smith. Matveyev middle of the ice. Plays it off the boards and directed to Leyland, far circle. His pass to the middle, intercepted Seelinger. Storm of the left point, and he dumped in by Smith in the backhand to the near corner of that Des Moines zone. Pilgrim ties up with Des Moines' Adam Zidlicki down there. Or half wall, came back to the right point. Leyland tried to sidestep a Des Moines defender. Got it to Jarvis, but he coughed it up in the far circle. And Des Moines back with the puck in behind their own net. They rip it around the wall. Left point, tapped in Crawford. Down to the near circle. Pilgrim's shot. Fought up by Wyland up high with the chest. Thorpe trying to get it out. They do eventually. Sealer chipped it past Crawford, who's holding the left point. Marine goes down at center. He had it for a moment for the Storm, and that's going to be a penalty on Des Moines here. Marine kind of tripped up a bit from behind. It will be a tripping minor to the Buccaneers. They're going to take, it looks like, Gus Thorpe. And Tri-City will head to a pump and pantry power play for the first time today. 5:14 to go in the opening period. So the Storm will have a chance to cut the lead in half here. 2-4 trip into Gus Thorpe, the Minnesota State commit. A Tri-City power play that has not been great this year. However, they did score their first power play goal of the season last night against Fargo. 1 for 21, the Storm man advantage on the year. And the Des Moines penalty kill, 6th best in the league, 86.4%. Storm on the face-off to begin the pump and pantry power play. Mikulski set the puck through the Des Moines crease in the far circle. Nobody got a stick on it for the Storm, but they now have it on the near half wall yellow. A pass back the line between the legs of Ozagani, and he'll backpedal in the Tri-City zone to get it. The unforced error there by the Storm. Yama feed back center point. It was between the legs of Ozagani, could not hold it in. Storm marched back up the ice, center ice Ozagani over the Des Moines line here on the right side. Back for Bloomer and Ozagani at the far half wall. Return it to Bloomer at the right point. Mikulski, high slot. Steps around the defense from Davenport and then twirls back up high with it. Shoots it to the net. Weiland, I think, got a piece of that, maybe with a glove or the left pad. And the puck then escaped Bloomer's grasp at the left point. Came back into the Storm zone. On it there for Des Moines was Zupfer. And he lost it to Bloomer, who got it back. Takes it in behind his own net. Minute 3 to go on the pump and pantry power play. Leyland leaves it for Pilgrim as the Storm plot their next move up the ice. Pilgrim out of his own end, drop passes backward to Leyland. Turns out of his own end, trying to flip a pass over on the left wing. Storm safely and over the Des Moines line. Now they battle for it near half wall, and Des Moines got that battle won quickly. I think Argentina maybe sent it down the length of the rink. If not, it was roll-offs. And back in the Storm net, Nelson will hold on to it. Give it to Jensen and then Pilgrim. 32 to go on the power play. Pilgrim over the line here on the right wing. Takes it to the far corner in the Des Moines zone. Wrapped it around the wall. Back up high at the left point. It is Jarvis. Near circle to Springer. Jarvis left point again. Surveys his options. Pilgrim center point. Top the far circle, Leyland. Below the goal line to Jensen. Back up high, Leyland. Center point, Pilgrim. Near circle to Jarvis. Power play has 7 seconds left. Down to the near side goal line and Springer. Jarvis near half wall. Back up high. Pilgrim, some room. Near circle, Jarvis shoots it. Couple of Des Moines players in the lane to block that shot, and then getting most of it was Argentina. Back to 5-on-5. Thorpe is out of the box for Des Moines. Leyland far half wall with about 3 to go on the first. Jarvis near circle. Rips one over the net. Way over Wyland's net. Came hard off the glass. Back into the Tri-City zone, and Wise has it on the right wing. Each team changing out personnel with a power play over. Crawford left it up high in his own end. Smith now far side, it's Wise. Passed it off of a Des Moines stick. Maybe the stick of Tylik over there on the far wing. The puck ricocheted its way near corner Des Moines zone. Randall on it for the Buccaneers. Off the boards up high at the left point. Smith on it for the Storm. Good effort to keep it in. Doms had it. Back up high, Smith. Des Moines tussling for that puck on the boards. They get it. Zielinski hands off in the left wing, and then over the line comes Reese Wallen. Now they pass it to the slot. That was a feed intercepted by Brecken Smith of the Storm. Crawford fighting for it near corner of his own end. Smith came in to help. Pressure from Tylik. They turn it over, and coming for Des Moines was Zidlicki. He lost it in his feet near circle, but we get it back on a loose puck in the near corner. Back in play near circle. Brown chips it out for the Storm to the neutral zone. Deladonna around the boards behind the net. Nelson. He'll stop it and hand it off in the far corner for Tri-City's Bodie Wise. He moved it out to center, sent right back in by Des Moines. Catch Crawford behind his own net for Tri-City. On the right wing, a pass to Blomqvist. Rink wide Marine and over the Des Moines line. Takes the puck. Trying to get it around a defender there. Great job by Davenport to play Marine. Never gave him the lane at all to the net. Didn't budge one bit. In behind the Des Moines net, the puck played by Davenport off the boards. And it's handled here by Deladonna and back out to center. Seelinger over the Storm line. Lost the puck in front of his body. Sent ahead by Tri-City. It was Mikulski to Marine far circle. A shot on the Des Moines net. Nice left pad save by Wyland. Came back in front in the Storm zone, the offensive zone. Whitfield, long-range shot left point. Right pad save Wyland. Point trying to get out of their own end. They can't here. Mikulski kept it in right point. Down to the near corner and Springer. Off the boards indirect to the left point and Whitfield. A shot bounced wide of the cage. Below the goal line, Marina centering pass. Pinballed off a series of sticks and skates. Sealinger got it for Des Moines and a soft lift to the puck through the air into the Storm zone, and Whitfield scoops it up before it got to the goal line. Less than a minute to go in the first. Behind his net, Wyland wraps it around the boards to the far wing of the Des Moines zone. Sent back around the wall by Tri-City to the near corner. Handled by Mickle, near half wall. Jensen a rip wide to the far side of the Des Moines net. Springer scoops it up far half wall, sent one toward the cage wide. Jensen picked it up, top the near circle, a shot to the net. And a right pad save, Wyland after it deflected en route. Near corner battle for the puck. Several players involved on each side. Scored it around to the far corner. Zupfer on it for Des Moines. Far half wall, it was handled by Thorpe. Far side Des Moines line, it was then grabbed by Rooney. Rink wide to Wallen, who will play this one up on the right wing and into the Storm zone. 5 to go in the period. Leyland off the boards to the near corner. Back to neutral ice. Pilgrim stuffs it ahead. Des Moines in their own end. This is Randall, and that'll do it for the first period. So 2-0 Des Moines. The shots even at 8 apiece after 20. But in my opinion, Des Moines, the better team in that period. They got some good chances, some good offensive zone time, some good pressure. Nice job in battles. They took advantage of some Storm turnovers and puck handling mistakes to grab a couple goals in that first frame. And Tri-City will need to figure out a way to regroup here in the locker room after one period of play. Third game in 3 days for the Storm. So you think about fatigue and all that. And Tri-City will see if they can bring some more energy here into the second period of this game. Coming up in our first intermission today, we'll recap what happened in the first period for you. Brought to you by Nebraska 811. That'll include the scoring summary, other stats, numbers, info you need to know after 20 minutes. And we'll play some of our Storm Report podcasts from this week. My sit down with special player guest this week, Paul Bloomer, on the Storm Report podcast. We'll have that for you coming up in the first intermission as well. After 20, here from the Viera Center today, Des Moines 2, Tri-City nothing. Our intermission gets going after this on Storm Radio.
I love to travel. I love to eat.
I love to explore, which is why I carry a Best Western Rewards MasterCard. I earn points on all my Best Western stays and on purchases everywhere else.
Which comes in handy when I want to redeem points for rewards and free nights. More free nights means more travel. And more travel means more food.
Learn more and apply at bestwestern.com/MasterCard.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, I think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging.
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Enjoy a fresh start to your meal at Pizza Ranch, where the salad bar is always included with your buffet. Every day you'll find garden fresh greens, colorful veggies, and sides for every appetite. It's the most refreshing way to balance out a meal while leaving plenty of room for your other buffet favorites. Convenient, fast, and fresh. It's the Pizza Ranch Salad Bar.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we consider our buffet your buffet. So when we say you can order any pizza with buffet your way, we mean any pizza. And with 4 crusts, 7 sauces, 7 meats, 13 veggies, and 8 toppers to choose from, the number of possible pizza combinations is, let's see, 8 squared, multiply by 64, carry the 1, don't forget the remainder, 14,839,552. Wow. I'm gonna try all of those.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
So how exactly is Northwestern Energy delivering a bright future?
By making sure your lights come on every day.
And providing new ways to help you save.
By adding critical infrastructure
that allows our communities to grow.
By dedicating time and resources that ensure our energy's reliability.
And decreasing our emissions until we reach net zero.
It's your future and all of ours.
So we won't stop working
until it's as bright as it can be.
Stay 3 nights and get a $100 Best Western gift card. Book direct at bestwestern.com.
Northwestern Energy supplies natural gas to residents all over our territory.
We are the front line on communicating with our customers and educating them in the safety of natural gas.
Natural gas is affordable, and with the safety procedures that we've put in place, it's a very reliable source of energy for your home. I'm proud to do what I do because it's very important to bring safety to the forefront in this industry.
We are here to protect our community and our customers.
At Northwestern Energy, your well-being is our top priority. If you or someone you know could use help with heating costs this winter, we suggest applying for LIHEAP. If eligible, you'll receive financial assistance along with energy discounts from us. Visit our site for details.
We'll get you going in the morning, yeah, we're here for you. With a smile on our face and a cup of brew. If you need a hot breakfast to get you on the move, while you get your car ready, filling up on a fuel. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump and Pantry.
Back here inside the Vero Center through 20 minutes, the score 2-0 Des Moines over Tri-City on this Sunday. Let's take a look at our first period recap today, brought to you by Nebraska 811. In the opening period, Des Moines 2 goals, obviously. The first came 6:50 into the frame. Joseph Argentina, his third of the year, was unassisted. Theo Kiss's shot in tight on the Storm net off the near post. Stopped by Tri-City netminder Owen Nelson. He gave up a rebound after that shot. Argentina right there to clean it up in front of the net for his third goal of the year. Right now they have that as an unassisted goal. Again, Argentina unassisted. How they have it in the system right now, 6:50 into the first, made it 1-0 Des Moines. Later on in the period, not long after, a little over a minute after, Reese Wallen, his third goal of the year for Des Moines, to double their lead to 2-0. The assist to Blake Zielinski and Ryan Kroll. That was a rush play. Storm turned the puck over at center. Zielinski got a feed from Kroll. Zielinski took it down the right wing of the Storm zone. A rink-wide feed to the far circle, and Wallen in that far circle area. Wallen set up well, kind of on that side of the ice, in tight, little one-timer on the rush, past the sliding over Nelson for, again, Reese Wallen's third goal of the year, assisted by Blake Zielinski and Ryan Kroll. Came 8-10 into the opening period, and that's how Des Moines leads 2-0 rather, through one period of play. One penalty in that first period. Des Moines' Gus Stewart picked up a tripping minor, 14:46 into the frame. Tri-City could not score on that power play, so they're 0 for 1 tonight. No penalties taken yet by the Storm, so Des Moines' power play has not had a chance in the game yet. Shots on goal, and even 8 apiece in that opening period, so goaltending-wise, that means Max Weiland in the Des Moines net has salted all 8 of the shots that have come his way so far this afternoon. 6 of the 8 shots seen by Owen Nelson have been stopped by the Tri-City netminder in the game here today. That is that after 20 minutes of play. Again, the score 2-0 Des Moines over Tri-City. Our recap after one period brought to you by Nebraska 811. When we come back, we'll play some of the Storm Report podcast from this week, and my sit-down with Tri-City forward Paul Bloomer is off to a good offensive start to the season. That's when our intermission continues right after this. Again, 2-0 Des Moines on Storm Radio.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks, but not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out. The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Hey, mornings just got better at Pump & Pantry. For a limited time, Pumped Up Rewards members can enjoy a pump-sized coffee for just 99 cents. That's right, your favorite fresh brewed coffee, hot and ready, for less than $1. Perfect for your morning drive or afternoon pick-me-up. Not a Pumped Up Rewards member yet? Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com or in the app. It's free, easy, and the savings start right away.
As a Nebraska lottery retailer, I'm always looking for new ways to promote scratch and lotto tickets. So, this year, I've hired the local hockey team to remind people how fast, easy, and fun the games are. Hey, no cross-checking customers.
Sorry, have it.
It's a little hectic, but it's working.
One $2 scratch ticket coming your way.
Oh, nice shot. Right in the breadbasket.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we always want to give you more variety. That's why we developed Buffet Your Way. Order your favorite pizza for the buffet and we'll bake it and make sure you get the first slice. Like thin crust prairie, pepperoni and green olives on stuffed crust, stampede, buffalo chicken with jalapenos. You name it, we make it.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet. Enjoy a fresh start to your meal at Pizza Ranch, where the salad bar is always included with your buffet. Every day you'll find garden fresh greens, colorful veggies, and sides for every appetite. It's the most refreshing way to balance out a meal while leaving plenty of room for your other buffet favorites. Convenient, fast, and fresh. It's the Pizza Ranch Salad Bar.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we consider our buffet your buffet. So when we say you can order any pizza with Buffet Your Way, we mean any pizza. And with 4 crusts, 7 sauces, 7 meats, 13 veggies, and 8 toppers to choose from, the number of possible pizza combinations is, 8 squared, multiply by 64, carry the 1, don't forget the remainder, 14,839,552. Wow. I'm gonna try all of those.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
The player guest on the Storm Report this week is forward Paul Bloomer, born in April of 2005. He's the Storm offensive leader through the first 5 games of the regular season. Paul, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points through the first 5 games of the year. Paul, welcome back to Kearney for another season. Thanks for doing this today. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Great start to you offensively this season. What do you attribute that to?
I think our first 2 games in Pittsburgh, I wasn't really playing like how I don't know, it was wasn't how I should have been playing, sort of thing. I don't know, just wasn't doing the little things. And so, going into that weekend against Omaha and Sioux City, I just kind of had an emphasis on doing little things. That's when success happens, small battles, board battles, stuff like that. And yeah, I think just right place, right time. So that was nice to do. But yeah, hopefully keep it up, and the team keeps going well. So
yeah, and just to add, so you had 2 assists that Friday game against Omaha here. That was a 26, I believe. The next night against Sioux City, 2 goals. Your first multi-goal game of your career.
Yep.
So that was a big weekend for you. I'm curious, in training in the off season, what did you work on?
Yeah. So this off season, it was just a lot of emphasis on just explosiveness, or just quickness, that sort of thing. A lot of plyometrics, jumping, that sort of thing, sprints. yeah, like obviously, like in the off season you're working out to get bigger, stronger, but yeah, more of an emphasis on those sort of things. Obviously, put on some weight. But yeah, so that was probably the main thing, and then for skills and skates, a lot of skill, a lot of just like sort of skill skates in the summer. Yeah, sort of just like scanning around you, that sort of thing, like always having your head up for that, and then just the basic stuff like skating, all that.
Got it. Sounds good. So you're trying to get faster, more explosive. You said that makes sense. Your objectives for this year. What do you want to do yourself this year?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just want to have a good year team wise. Like whether that's me, I don't know, like obviously like everyone wants points and stuff, but I'd rather just have a good group of guys, like a tight room. And yeah, like personally, obviously, like I'm still looking for a commitment, so that's been a big focus of mine. But I don't really put too much pressure on it because things will come. But yeah, so like, obviously that's one thing. But I really just want to see the team do well. Like obviously, we made playoffs last year, but first round. So like you really want to see if you can step past that with the group. But yeah.
Yeah, it is your second year here full time. Do you view yourself as an older player, as a leader?
I mean. Yeah, I mean, like having like like that first year under your belt, it definitely helps. Like just going into the season and stuff. Like you try to help the younger guys, but our younger guys are doing well right now, so it's good. But yeah, so I wouldn't say I see myself as like just like vet guy, but yeah, like I try to make sure everyone's like included, or just like I want, like that's the biggest thing I think of like a hockey team is just that you have a good group of guys that are close. So. Yeah, that's kind of like where me and some of the other guys who were here last year like try to step up into that role of just leadership sort of thing. But yeah, so
what is your role on the team?
I mean, I like to say that. I mean, I like player wise, I just like to think I'm someone that's solid. Like I don't really feel like there's like I don't want to be a player where like you can't play him in this situation. So that's something I sort of strive to do, like be able to play in all situations. But yeah, just for, like team wise, like I don't know, like I love being in the locker room. I love the road trips with the guys. I think that's like where some of the best memories are made when you're playing junior hockey. So yeah, I'd say I'm pretty big on that. I like to get all the guys going. I think I think I'm funny.
Yeah,
I try to be, but yeah. So I just like to keep the guys sort of close together and all that. But
that's great. And you are one of the more talkative ones on the road for sure. You do a good job of that. You are funny. So in my opinion, you fulfill that role pretty well. Let's go back to last weekend. Sioux Falls, challenges you guys faced in that game.
Yeah, I mean, Sioux Falls, like we knew they were a good team. Like we've seen video on them. Like they obviously forecheck hard. They're a pretty heavy team, but I think just obviously like I don't know how many people were there for that game. Like
I don't know for sure what they officially listed, but it had to have been at least 6,000.
Oh yeah, it was a ton of people. So I mean, obviously like that's exciting, that's fun, but for like a first away game or like first regular season away game for like some of the guys first years or like younger guys can be a little intimidating. Yeah. But honestly, I thought we did a good job at embracing that. I mean, first period it's 1-1 road period. You get off a bus after 5 hours and it's tied. It's like we'll take that any day of the week. But yeah, I think kind of it wasn't our best hockey throughout the three periods, so obviously we have some things to clean up on. Like our PK looked good, but like we're still working on the power play, so like I think that'll come around soon. But yeah, I mean they were a good team. They're opportunistic. I don't really think we did too much where it was like they're just way better than us. No, I think everything they kind of had we kind of gave them. So I think once we get those things locked down a little bit, we should be good.
Yeah. 3-3 this weekend. Luckily, it's all at home. But how do you approach a weekend like this where you're playing a lot of hockey in a short amount of time?
Yeah, I mean 3-3s, they're tiring, but they're fun. I think last year some of our best games were that third game. So hopefully we can keep that going into this year. But yeah, I'd say I think all the guys they kind of understand. A lot of the guys first 3-3, so it'll be interesting to see. And Fargo's a good team, but yeah, I think it's just sort of like playing smart hockey. That sort of thing, like like I don't know, third period, whatever, late in the game, like let's just get pucks behind, that sort of thing. Like let's be a little more strategic with this, just because you have 3 games coming up. But yeah, so I think the guys will be excited for it. I know I am. But yeah, so it'll be a good test.
Yeah. ice and set and ready to go for period number 2 here today. Tri-City and Des Moines. On this Sunday, the only game in the USHL today, and it's 2-0 Des Moines after a period of play. We'll see what's in store for us during the second. If you're just tuning in, Joseph Argentina and Reese Wallen, the Des Moines goals. They came 6:50 and 8:10 into the first period, respectively. Puck is dropped, and we're underway in the second period. Storm move left to right in the frame. Back of the net is Colin Whitfield, and he will bang this down the ice for an icing. Will give us a stoppage 12 seconds into the second period. Shots in that opening period, as I said earlier, we're 8-8, so even. Face-off won by Des Moines to the left of Owen Nelson. Back to the line it came for Rylan Randall. He will take it back in the net. Wraparound try on Nelson, and a nice left pad seen by the Storm netminder. Far corner Wise picks it up. Got it to the right point, kept in though by Des Moines and Nathan Howard. Down at center, handled by the Buccaneers. It was Thomas Mickle. Down at center and grabbed by the Storm on a turnover puck. Right wing dumped in from the near side center ice red line by Malmquist. Des Moines with it up the right wing, played ahead and tipped far circle, Storm zone. After it was Argentina, trying to play in front to Kiss. A little bit of a shot attempt there. Nelson found the puck covered up in the blue paint with 19:07 to go in the middle period. So Nelson will have a face-off to his left here coming up. I think someone got out some of those vuvuzela horns during the intermission. I don't remember hearing as many of them in the first period. People sitting here below me. Officials talking to some of the wingers near side of the face-off circle here in front of the Storm net. And before we drop the puck, again, a face-off to the left of Nelson here. Pilgrim will take it up against Deladonna. And we get another whistle here. Des Moines bench has a question for the referee. They will get that sorted out, and we'll be ready to play here. Face-off won by the Storm. Pilgrim put it far corner with Deladonna, skated to the loose puck, and then they pass from him, intercepted by Bracken Smith. The Storm work it to the Des Moines zone. Back in the net, Wyland to the far corner. Up the right side, Seelinger tried to chip it ahead, intercepted there by Jarvis, but he could not maintain possession. Seelinger got it back, pushes the puck and over the Storm line middle of the ice. Off the boards of the near wing, the puck played by Tri-City, and Matvey up to the near corner. Jarvis after it. He battles with Thorpe near side of that Des Moines zone. Around the boards, it's set by Pilgrim to the left point and Mikulski. Off the boards in the far half wall, handled by Pilgrim. He will play it to the near side, and Crawford near half wall shot, tipped to the net by Jarvis. It went over the net and wide. Now Smith with a near corner of the Storm at his offensive end. Back to the right point, Crawford. Left point now, a shot by Mikulski, went wide of the net. Grabbed by Thorpe, he'll play it to the far half wall. Jarvis was in there along with Seelinger. Seelinger picks it up for the Buccaneers, cycles it back to the net, and Thorpe with it here for Des Moines. About 2 minutes gone by in the first. Long pass by Des Moines for their own zone, sent down the length of the rink, did not connect with anybody, goes for an icing. 17:59 to go in the middle period. Des Moines undefeated when scoring first this year. They're 2-0-1 in games when they tally the first goal. And they were the team that did score first today. About 7 minutes in the opening period, that Argentina goal. Storm with a face-off in their offensive end, back up high, top the near circle. Whitfield, a shot was deflected wide of the net in front. Ozagani near corner, cycled it forward and centering past the backhand. Nobody could get to it for Tri-City. Ends up near half wall of the Des Moines zone. Played by Kroll near corner, the Buccaneer end of the ice. A pass off of a stick ended up with the Storm. Marine near circle. He and Seelinger battle for the biscuit. Loose in that circle now, and the Storm get it to the line. And Whitfield a shot. Good pad save was made by the goaltender in Wineland. It was kicked on the rebound to the near corner. Storm battle for the puck there. Whitfield to Marine. Up high to the right point. Ozagani shoots it. And it was blacked down in front by Thorpe. In front of his body for Des Moines. Got a piece of that and then sent the puck off his stick to the far corner of the Storm zone. Grabbed there by Wise. Long feet ahead up the left wing. Ozagani over the Des Moines line. Past the middle Marine. A shot to the net. Wide to the near side. Des Moines cage through the crease. Here comes Des Moines with speed. Tylik left wing on the Storm line. Around a defender there for the Storm and Leyland. The shot over the net out of play. And a whistle blows from that. 16:56 to go in the second. Some good footwork there to get around Leyland. Have an angle at a shot, but it was not a great angle. And that shot, I think, maybe got a piece perhaps of Nelson's equipment, deflected up and out. Yeah, they are handing out the vuvuzelas down there. I see it on the Jumbotron here. Storming over the line here in the left wing, Des Moines zone. Dobbs a shot, fought up by Weiland, up high, little rebound. Dobbs has it back in the net. He takes a near circle shot. Nice right pad save, Weiland. Able to poke it out of the crease on a hard rebound, far side. Back to the near corner goes the puck. Wallen ties up with Dobbs. Around the boards it goes to the left point, and Matveyev. Right point, Leyland shoots it into the goal. In toward the net, I meant to say, did not go in the net. Blacked down in front by several players in Des Moines. Over the line here to the Storm zone. Wallen got a feed from Randall up high, and a shot was stopped there by Nelson. He holds on to the chest. Well, a good save there by the Storm goaltender. 16:20 to go in the second. Beg your pardon there. I meant to say the shot came in toward the net. And the Storm offensive zone, a good opportunity. Blocked down by Des Moines traffic in front of their own cage. And then it was back the other way. The Buccaneers a chance. Well, they set up in the high slot, a shot that came in from there, and a good save made by the chest of the goaltender in Owen Nelson. Out at center, the Storm have the puck. Yelm speeding over the Des Moines line. He was angled off to the far corner. Good play by Davenport to take him off his skating lane. Yelm collected the puck again at the goal line. Tripped up as he tried to make his way to the net. No call. And Des Moines sends the puck down the length of the rink. No icing. Dropper below the goal line, turned it over, back of the net. They play it quickly in front. His shot came off the twing of Des Moines. Harper Searles and a good ends up save made by Nelson. Then it came back up high, and a rip from the point was into the net there. Past Nelson on a bounce, a weird bounce between the circles. And the goal is going to be credited here, I believe, to Searles, who was first in the celebration line. This all comes with 15:50 to go in the second. 3-0 Des Moines. Storm had the puck in front of their own net. Mikulski sent it through the middle, back to the line. A shot that came from the center point, and Schmiel deflected in front by Searles into the net. I told you to redirect it. It went off of Searles and past Nelson, who was facing a lot of traffic there in front. Couldn't really get a good look at it, I'm sure. And it goes past him for a 3-0 Des Moines lead. 15:50 to go in the second. Storm win the face-off at center and get it into the Des Moines zone. So again, there's a chance in front for Des Moines. As the Storm here with a chance, bouncing puck, blue paint, whacked away by Des Moines. Left point, Whitfield to the right point, and Wise, his shot wide the near side of the net, came off the end boards. Jarvis from the far corner, got in front, Pilgrim. The net is off, and the whistle blows. And so we'll get the play halted for that with 15:28 to go in the second. What I meant to say was Des Moines had some good chances in tight there down on the Storm net, and Nelson. The puck then came on the stick of Mikulski for the Storm. He backhanded it to the Des Moines line. It was grabbed there by Schmiel, center point. His shot to the net bounced off of his teammate Searles and went into the net past Nelson on the deflection to make it a 3-0 game. We'll see how they officially score it, but I'm going to assume Searles' goal because it definitely deflected off something. And he was first in the celebration line for Des Moines. Offense's own Storm have the puck. Wide's a shot left point. Black down in front by Des Moines legs. Thorpe takes it for the Buccaneers up the ice. Left wing kiss. Toe drags it over the Storm line. Drop pass. Thorpe open look for a shot. Nelson a good save at the left pad. And the Storm with the puck out of their own zone here. This is Ozagani. Shot it in toward the Des Moines net, but it got blacked out immediately. Storm stay with it. Marine in the slot. Leyland a blast. A good left pad save in there by Wineland. Puck ricocheted to the far half wall. Springer knocked down a Des Moines player on the far wing, Randall. Arm stayed down, Leyland out at center, over the line to the right wing of the Des Moines zone. And he passed backward, either Ozagani or Matvey, the intended target there, well, wide of both of them. And into the Tri-City zone, Matvey with it here for the Storm. 14:30 left in the second, and Des Moines out to a 3-0 lead in this one. In the neutral zone, the puck handled by Des Moines. Tylik with it for the Buccaneers. Right wing over the Storm line, far circle, a give-and-go pass that went to Tylik in front of the net, bounced off of his stick and away from the crease. Zelensky fed it to him. A nifty idea there on the play for Des Moines, but they could not connect in front. Buccaneers win the puck in a battle far corner, set in front of the net there by Thorpe. Went wide of the players in the area. Tylik now with it here out at center, in over the line. He lost his footing and then played by Leyland, rink wide to the far side. Brown with it for the Storm and over the line. He lost it. Tylik, a good job to poke check it away. Rather, Randall, I beg your pardon. Tylik then got it up the right side to Wall on top of the far circle. Drop pass type play to Zelensky, who takes it back in the Storm net. Cycling it around the far half wall. Dobbs with it past the middle. Mikulski on the right wing, grabbed by Brown. He'll dump it back to the Des Moines cage. Handled there by the goaltender in Wyland. Pushes it around the boards to the near half wall, where it was grabbed there by Searles. Down in the middle, Davenport out of his own zone for Des Moines. Over the Storm line to the right wing. He'll shoot it toward the net. Off Crawford's stick, up and out. With 13:17 to go in the second. Immediate timeout here from Kearney. Des Moines out to a 3-0 lead. After that goal in the second period, it was scored by Searles, his second of the year. We'll talk more about that after the break on Storm Radio.
Enjoy a fresh start to your meal at Pizza Ranch, where the salad bar is always included with your buffet. Every day you'll find garden fresh greens, colorful veggies, and sides for every appetite. It's the most refreshing way to balance out a meal while leaving plenty of room for your other buffet favorites. Convenient, fast, and fresh. It's the Pizza Ranch Salad Bar.
Hey, mornings just got better at Pump and Pantry. For a limited time, Pumped Up Rewards members can enjoy a pump-sized coffee for just 99 cents. That's right, your favorite fresh brewed coffee, hot and ready, for less than $1. Perfect for your morning drive or afternoon pick-me-up. Not a Pumped Up Rewards member yet? Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com or in the app. It's free, easy, and the savings start right away.
13:17 remain in the second period. It is a 3-0 Des Moines lead over the Tri-City Storm here on this Sunday from Viero Center in Kearney, Nebraska. Tri-City with the face-off win in their own zone out of the media timeout. Puck out at center, Des Moines with it. Harper Searles will pass it on the left wing to Ryan Kroll. He will throw it into the Storm zone, gloved down to the slot by Whitfield. Colton Whitfield far side glass, banks it out to the neutral zone. Des Moines had it. Davenport to the left wing side and played into the Storm end of the sheet by Rooney. Far corner, Whitfield off glass, sent it right back to Des Moines out at center. Kroll left wing at the red line, center ice. Dumped it in, cross corner, far side, Whitfield on it. Around the wall it goes to the far half wall, Jensen. Pass middle, bouncing puck, Wise trying to calm it down. He does get it to calm down enough to put it back in the Des Moines net. Off the glass on the near wing, played out by Schmiel, the center. This is up for on it there for Des Moines, dumped it into the Tri-City's own. Matvey in the near corner, hands off to Jensen. He flips it forward, grabbed by Jarvis up high on the right side of the Storm zone. Over the line of the right wing, lost the puck in front of him. Des Moines end of the sheet. Thorpe hard around the boards. Over to center on the far side. It was played by Zelensky. Down to the far corner, he'll work it back in the net. A pass, far circle, a shot. That was a rip from Deladonna and a good save made by Nelson on that. I beg your pardon, it was not Zelensky, it was rather Zidlicki who carried that puck for Des Moines into the Storm zone. Set up Deladonna for that chance, and a good save made by Nelson on the rip. 12:01 to go in the second, and a face-off to the left of Nelson. That Des Moines goal, by the way, scored by Harper Searles, his second of the year, assisted by Henry Schmiel and Jason Davenport. And that goal was scored 4:10 into the second period to hand Des Moines the 3-0 lead. Face-off one in the offensive end by the Buccaneers. Kiss sent it wide to the far side of the Storm net. The puck hopped its way out of play, out near center as the Storm tried to clear up the far wing out of their own zone. So that is that. We're going to face off here to the left of Nelson coming up. I mentioned Des Moines got a lot of time on the road here in this stretch. They're second in a string of 5 straight road games. Their longest stretch of consecutive road games this year. The Storm going to see a lot of road time coming up for themselves in the next few weekends. Again, behind the Storm net here, Argentina with it, wrapped it around the wall for Des Moines to the left point, and Randall in the offensive end. His shot off the inboards glass, went back to the Storm net. Leyland shuffles it on the backhand, kept in right point by Des Moines defender there at that line, Mickle, but he couldn't keep it in. Storm at 2-on-1 now. Pilgrim ripped it far side wide of the net. He had Leyland with him on the rush. Quickly developing play through neutral ice. Pilgrim and Leyland 2-on-1. Pilgrim shot it from the far side, and it went wide of the net. Lifted by Des Moines, trying to get it out of his own end was Argentina. Could not on the first try. Able to do so on the second try. Out to center ice. Handled here by Ryland Randall. Far circle, handed off. Kiss a rip. Wide to the far side of Nelson's net. Puck loose along the far post. They dig after it. Ends up with a Storm. Mikulski for Tri-City. Out of his own end. Will pass to center ice and Boney Leyland. He'll join the rush here. Over the line on the left wing. A handoff to Marine. His shot left point. Stopped by the Des Moines goaltender in Wyland. He holds on with 10:48 to go in the second. So you got the Storm, who will be on the road twice next weekend. They go to Omaha on Friday and then Sioux City on Saturday. A 3-3 the weekend after that for the Storm, and 2 of those 3 games on the road, and the same situation the weekend after. A 3-3, 2 of 3 games on the road. Storm win the face-off in their offensive end. A blast from Whitfield, center point, hopped over the net. Tylick out at center for Des Moines, banks it off glass into the Tri-City zone. Left wing Whitfield will sky this one down the length of the ring for an icing. Icing on the Storm, face-off in the Tri-City zone here. Will come up out of the whistle. So the next 8 Storm games after this, 6 of those 8 going to be on the road. So when you look at the next 3 weekends, Tri-City is only going to have 2 home games in that time. Again, 6 of their next 8 contests will be away from Viero Center. Then, of course, after today, Des Moines gets the puck in their offensive end. Tylick driving toward the Storm net. It was loose in the blue paint. Nelson helped keep it out and got some assistance from some teammates. Corona Zelensky, a blast block down there on the near side of the ice, near circle. A good job by Springer to get in the lane. Des Moines back in their offensive end. Far circle, it is played by Wallen. He was shoved to the wall hard there by Springer, his former teammate. As they battle for it here in the far corner, Wallen picks it up for Des Moines, takes it back to the Storm net. Springer right on his tail. Reese still with the puck here for Des Moines. Let it go. And in the far corner, trying to race it down for the Buccaneers, Zelensky. Got a return feed after sending it to the line from Davenport. Couldn't hold on to it. Storm march up the ice. Springer left wing to Ozagani. He'll rip it into the Des Moines zone. And around the boards it goes to the near half wall, and Springer. His shot to the net, tipped in front Marine, and a good stop made by Wyland on that. Heads up. Marine then some late touches on the goaltender. Des Moines didn't like it. And Davenport let Marine know a few shoves after he got in there late on Wyland, sniffing for a rebound. The rebound never came, and Des Moines took exception to that hungry net front play there by Marine. Anyway, we get a immediate timeout. We have 9.5 to go in the second period. Des Moines holds on to a 3-0 lead here from Viero Center on Storm Radio.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks. But not our hot, fresh, 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
I love to travel. I love to eat.
I love to explore.
Which is why I carry a Best Western Rewards MasterCard. I earn points on all my Best Western stays and on purchases everywhere else. Which comes in handy when I want to redeem points for rewards and free nights. More free nights means more travel. And more travel means more food. Learn more and apply at bestwestern.com/MasterCard.
Well, we got 9:30 to go here in the second period today from Viero Center. And it's Tri-City down 3-0 to Des Moines. Puck ends up in the Des Moines zone after our face-off near Wyland. Puck ends up near corners Zupfer with it. Near half wall now Brown for Tri-City. Dishes back to Leyland, right point. A shot up high, knocked down by a Des Moines defender in front and Zupfer. And then thrown back out to center by the Buccaneers. Leyland handles for Tri-City. Good job to quickly get it to Brown. Backhand up and over the Des Moines line. Zupfer with it. To the left wing side and in over the line comes Harper Searles for Des Moines. He went down. He's going to whistle for a penalty here against Tri-City. And this will be the first Storm penalty of the day. Cross-checking minor going to come here to Paul Bloomer with 8:54 to go in the second. We'll put the Des Moines power play to work. Searles got the puck in front of his own bench, and then Bloomer did cross-check him a bit on the backside as he entered the Storm zone. So that'll send Des Moines power play out there for the first time tonight. They're 3 for 19 on the year, 15.8%, 11th best in the league. Tri-City's power play, or penalty kill rather, this year, 81%. 11th best in the USHL. Early in the campaign, face-off is won by the Buccaneers. They have it here in their offensive end. On the far side, Zelensky. And we're going to whistle here for another penalty call, and this time against the Storm yet again. Whitfield's headed to the box. High sticking call, and it's going to be 2 minutes. I guess Whitfield away from the puck there, got a stick up high on Zidlicki. And the Storm here will be down 2 men with 1:50 to go, or with 1:50 on the clock. A 5-on-3 advantage for Des Moines, and timeout has been called. So to reset here, 8:43 to go in the second. Des Moines going to have 1:50 seconds of 5-on-3 time. You had the minor for cross-checking committed by Bloomer, and then Whitfield 10 seconds into it picks up a high sticking minor. Timeout called on the ice, I think by the Storm. I'm not 100% sure. Each team at their bench going over plays on the dry erase board. Three-0 game here in favor of Des Moines. It's not over yet at any means. But it just seems as though Des Moines has had the greater spark, if you will, today. In all parts of the game, Storm have had some good plays, some good shifts strung together, but you talk about puck possession and chances and kind of energy on the ice. Des Moines seems has had the better of that here in the game today. So timeout over with. We'll have a face-off to the left of Nelson to begin this 5-on-3 for Des Moines. Again, 1:50 long 5-on-3. Bloomer in the box too for cross-checking, and then right after that, Whitfield got the high-sticking minor away from the puck. So the puck down, and Des Moines with a face-off win. In their offensive end, they set up. Top of the near circle, Zelensky playing catch with Ryland Randall. Now the near circle, it's handled here by Argentina. Back up by Zelensky, center point. He'll send it to the near circle. Argentina in front, shoots it. Good save made by Nelson with the right shoulder. And the puck handled by Des Moines after the rebound. They're working up to the right point, and Randall down to the far corner. Teledana with it there for the Buccaneers. Oh, beg your pardon, it's tied like a blast far circle, and a drive there by Randall, knocked down by Leyland on a good block. They fight for the biscuit far half wall in the Storm zone. 3 players in there for Des Moines, then a fourth came in. 2 Tri-City players ended up winning that battle and clearing it. That was Leyland and Springer, some good work. And the puck in the Des Moines zone here with 58 seconds to go on their 5-on-3. Des Moines called that timeout, by the way. Just got word of that up here. Not the Storm. Far circle, it's Zidlicki, back up high, and Randall. He will wait, then a shot. Zelensky ripped it over the net from the top to near circle. Hard off glass to Randall, far half wall. Put it down to Zidlicki, far circle, a shot. Save made by Nelson. Came off his stick, went to the near side of the crease. Argentina sent one wide of the net. And then it's picked up on the far wing by Pilgrim. He'll clear down the ice. And then 25 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 for Des Moines. That's when Bloom will come out of the box. And then Whitfield's mind will have 10 more seconds left on it. Thorpe through center for Des Moines, left wing and over the storm line. He will walk down to the near corner and hit the brakes. Pass up high to Seelinger at the left point. To the middle for Thorpe. Far circle, the puck handled by Zupfer. Near circle, Seelinger driving. A good save by Nelson to get over there and make the stop with the right side of his chest. Sliding over and a shot and a goal. Des Moines scores a one-timer from the far circle. Blasted home by Riley Zupfer. Makes it 4-0 Des Moines. That's going to be a power play goal. The Bloomer minor had just expired. The 5-on-3 was over, but 5 seconds remained on the Whitfield penalty. And so Des Moines has grown their lead to 4-0 on a power play tally by Riley Zupfer here in the second period. It was a nice feed from Seelinger. Fed it through a seam from the left point to the far face-off dot and blasted home there on a one-timer by Zupfer for goal number 1 on his season. Puck dropped at center ice. Wise rattles it around the Des Moines zone for Tri-City. At the right point, Leyland could not keep it. It came out to center, and Jensen is zone for the Storm. Off the boards in the far wing, back in the Des Moines end of the ice. Schmiel on it for the Buccaneers at the left point. Howard skates it out to center. Give and go with roll-offs. Howard to roll-offs in front. He was knocked down. The puck ended up in on Nelson, who made a nice save there with the pads. Roll-offs tied up against the wall by Wise for the backside. Back in the net goes the puck into the far side. Howard with it for Des Moines. Skated it to the far circle, lost it. Jensen, the other player, wearing number 7 on the ice, took it away. Storm here 2-on-1. Leyland far circle, a shot, and Weiland a good stop with a stick there and some help with the pads. Leyland with the puck again in the slot. Whitfield a rip, blocked down in front, I think by Des Moines got Thorpe. Came back out through center, kicks for Des Moines and over the Storm line. Cutting to the far circle. He sends a pass near circle. Deladonna a shot. And a good save made by Nelson, who holds on to that. 5:46 to go in period number 2. Nelson has made some good saves today, especially in moving over laterally in the crease. That was one of them there. We had to kick, kind of slide over quickly, go from one post to the other. He's made some good stops today in opportunities like that for Des Moines. Some of the shots he's seen have gone in, you can't blame him for those going in the net. Like the last goal, that Seelinger pass was very strong to Zupfer, and I don't think 95% of the goalies in this league can make that save. Storm got the puck in the offensive end, came in and was covered up by the goaltender along the near post. And Weiland with 5:38 to go in the second. So Pilgrim will take the draw for the Storm and win it back. It goes to the slot. Mikulski, a very high slot, a shot blocked down by Seelinger. Good job of getting the lane there immediately. Got a piece of that with the legs. Storm, meanwhile, under the zone offside on the far wing. Ozagani, Whitfield, Marino trying to come in at the same time, and somebody jumped over before the puck came through. 5:26 to go in the second. We'll get a face-off on the Moines right wing closest to their blue line. Searles will take it for the Buccaneers. Up against Carson Pilgrim. Clean win back to center ice, handled here by the Storm and dumped in by Crawford around the boards. To the far half wall it goes. Pilgrim far side boards. Let it go back in the net. Ozagani with it for the Storm behind the Des Moines cage. To the line of Crawford. Slid it to the left point. A play to Pilgrim. Went off of his stick back out to center. A little bit too hot for him to handle there on that pass. Crawford down his own end for the Storm. Sent it forward. Tipped in by Ozagani to the far corner of the Des Moines zone. He gets engaged down there with Mickle. Now it's Ozagani, a backhand pass in front near circle. Wise a shot. That was blocked down by Des Moines. Body sprawled out on the ice in Searles. And then we got a bad hit near side blue line by the Des Moines zone. Zupfer went down, arm was up, and the Storm here going to be short-handed for a trip. Wise is going for this. Puck was near side Des Moines zone, came out back to center. And Wise had contact on Zupfer. Knocked him down aggressively near side blue line in the Des Moines zone. They call a minor for tripping. 4:44 to go in the second, and the Storm short-handed here for 2 minutes. Des Moines already one power play goal today. They are 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Storm got the puck into the Des Moines zone off the hop. Young went down, and that'll be a penalty on Des Moines. This will be a trip for the Buccaneers and going to the box, Argentina. Young battling for the puck with Springer near side of the Des Moines zone. They were both crashing down there near half wall, and Young went down as contact from Argentina came in kind of from his side and sent Lincoln to the ice. That will wipe out the Des Moines power play and give us some 4-on-4 time here, 1 minute and 48 of that, with about 4.5 to go in the second. Face off to the left of Weiland in the Des Moines zone. And the puck won by the Buccaneers. Davenport put it back in the net for Kroll. Skates it toward the left wing corner. Rick White pass over on the far side. The puck handled by Zielinski. They'll move it left wing and over the Storm line. Hit the brakes at the left point. Dish it back to Kroll. Now Zielinski again in the near corner. Kroll again up high in the left wing. Zielinski near half wall, shuffled it toward Davenport, went off of his skate. Here comes Pilgrim up the ice, breaking toward the Des Moines net with a chance and a shot. And a left pad save was made by Weiland. Good stop there by the Des Moines goaltender as Pilgrim broke around the Des Moines defenders, got to the net, and a shot. Left pad stop by the goaltender. Sealinger over the Storm line of the ice. Trying to break through both Leyland and Mikulski, and they didn't let it happen. Leyland, good job to strip the puck away. On the far side with it, Ozagani. Pass to the middle was out of the reach of Randall, and Des Moines with it in their own zone. 3:30 left in the second, 45 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Thorpe in his own zone for Des Moines, over the line here, middle of the ice. Cuts to the right wing. Wallen put it back to the far corner, and Thorpe. And now through the near circle is Mikulski. Far wing and over the line comes Monquist. Drop pass and a shot. Ozagani into the chest of Weiland as play moving up the ice. And on the goaltender for the Storm was a player. I think that was, Mikulski. Des Moines didn't like it. They exchanged some shoves. Players come together after the whistle. I don't think we'll have any penalties from this. Mikulski laid in on the goaltender Weiland. Des Moines didn't like it. Good shot by Ozagani. They set up a nice rush there up the ice to the Storm. And incoming was Mikulski late looking for a possible rebound from Weiland. There never was one. Maybe got his stick in on the pad of the goaltender. Des Moines didn't like it, and they let Mikulski know. And then Ozagani kind of joined in for the Storm. Blomqvist was in there as well. 25 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Face off to the right of Max Weiland. Lean went back for Tri-City in the face-off. Left point Crawford, far half wall Jensen. Pass to the far corner, grabbed by Marine. He tried to feed it up high, intercepted though by the assistant captain Deladonna. Worked it out to the neutral zone and a dump into the Storm end of the ice. From the far side, the center ice red line with 4-on-4 time winding down. Then the Storm are going to get power play for a very short amount of time, seconds. Marine and over the line left wing, shoots it toward the Des Moines net. Weiland a save. So out of the box, Wise. Tri-City a pump and pantry power play for 5 more seconds. Back to the left point, Crawford. Shifted over to the far half wall, Jetson. Power play is now over. Back in the net, Marine, near circle, Matveyev. 5-on-5 right now on the ice as Argentina gets out there and quickly joins the play. Rink wide pass in the left wing, here's Crawford. Toe drag move around Deladonna. Crawford backhand centering feed off the near boards. Bloomer picked it up at the right point, shot it to the net. Stick save Weiland, hopped off his twig to the near corner. Argentina was there, came off his stick around the boards and went near half wall. Thrown up to the right point, Leyland. Far side to Whitfield, a shot. Knocked away there by Deladonna. We have 2 to go in the second period, 2 minutes. 4-0 Des Moines. Storm working the puck in their offense's zone, Leyland with it. In the slot, toward the net, shoots it over the cage, and it got deflected actually en route. Maybe off the stick of the defender in the area in Kroll. Puck hopped up and out, and that'll give us a whistle and a face-off with a minute 48 to go in the middle period. A draw to the left here of the Des Moines net coming up. Second of 6 meetings on the air between these teams here today. Next time they'll see each other will be on November 1st in Des Moines. That'll be a Saturday game. Back in the net, puck here controlled by the Storm. Brown up by Leyland, fan on the one-timer. Brown got it back in the near circle. Whitfield now works with the room on the right wing, drives toward the net, backhand shot. Stop made by Wyland, left side of his body. As the Storm here try to get it near corner, they do. Leyland centering pass intercepted in front of the Des Moines net by the Buccaneers, who quickly get it out. It was Howard who got that feed. Now center of the Storm zone, tipping it away with Schmiel. Back in the near circle, Howard with it. For Des Moines near corner of the Storm zone. And he will feed it up high to Thorpe. Near circle to Howard. Minute 5 to go in the second. Shot to the net off of a body and went to the far corner. Kiss on it now for the Buccaneers. Center of the line, Thorpe passing the high slot with it. Here was Howard. He will whack to the far circle and shoot it over the net. Puck ricochet near half wall. Thorpe with it. Around the boards it goes. Back in the Storm cage. Theo Kiss on it for the Buccaneers. Pinned to the wall by Whitfield. Left wing now. Smith comes out of his own zone for the Storm. Off the glass. And into the Des Moines zone. That'll be an icing. Well, I thought Smith got to the line there, but I guess he did not. Dumped it in before he got to the red line at center ice. Icing on the Storm. 37 seconds to go in the middle period. 4-0 Buccaneers. I guess he was maybe a half step shy, perhaps. Face off to the right of Owen Nelson here in the Storm zone. Storm setting up. Brown going to take the draw up against Tylik. Puck down and Des Moines wins the face-off. Randall left point, shuffled it back in the net. Brown was there. Around to the far side of Jarvis, tipped it forward, and here's Smith on the left wing. Over the line, he'll play it into the Des Moines zone. Behind the cage it goes, and Randall after for the Buccaneers. Below the goal line on the right wing side, and Thorpe. Long pass ahead, grabbed there by Wallen at the Des Moines line. He'll get it to the center ice red line and dump it in back in the Tri-City cage. Tying up with it there was Mikulski and Tylik. Tylik got it for Des Moines. Wallen tried to center one up off the legs of Marine. Puck played up high in the Des Moines offensive end. Tylik gets it, but at the buzzer, he was going to come down the left wing and have an open look at a shot. Clock there expired at a timely moment for the Storm. Tylik did not get a chance, and that will do it for the second period here today. So 4-0 Des Moines after 40. They scored 2 in the first. They had 2 more in the second to take the 2-0 lead, or rather the 4-0 lead. Again, they put up 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second to have the 4-0 advantage here after 40 minutes this afternoon. So we'll see what the Storm can do in the locker room here during the second intermission, see what they can put together maybe in the third. But Des Moines looking in good shape before the end of the weekend here, as they are 20 minutes away from grabbing their 3rd win of the year and going back above 500 on the season. Coming up in our second intermission, we will have a recap of the game so far, the scoring summary, the stats, other info you need to know after 40 minutes, and we'll play some more of the Storm Report podcast from this week and my interview with Tri-City forward Paul Bloomer. 4-0 Des Moines after 40 minutes of play. And we'll have the intermission for you coming up right after this on Storm Radio.
I love to travel. I love to eat.
I love to explore.
Which is why I carry a Best Western Rewards MasterCard. I earn points on all my Best Western stays and on purchases everywhere else. Which comes in handy when I want to redeem points for rewards and free nights. More free nights means more travel. And more travel means more food. Learn more and apply at bestwestern.com/MasterCard.
We'll get
Save money with this Northwestern Energy tip. Install LED bulbs in all your light fixtures. They conserve energy and stay cooler than other bulbs. And because they don't produce much heat, they won't trick your thermostat into running the AC longer than necessary.
Stay 3 nights and get a $100 Best Western gift card. Book direct at bestwestern.com.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking?
Love in the window.
Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we always want to give you more variety. That's why we developed Buffet Your Way. Order your favorite pizza for the buffet and we'll bake it and make sure you get the first slice. Like thin crust prairie, pepperoni and green olives on stuffed crust, stampede, buffalo chicken with jalapenos. You name it, we make it.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Midwest Connect helps business.
We'll get you going in the morning, yeah, we're here for you. With a smile on our face and a cup of brew. If you need a hot breakfast to get you on the move, while you get your car ready, filling up on a fuel. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump and Pantry.
Back here inside the Vero Center after 40 minutes today, the score is Des Moines 4 and Tri-City nothing. And let's recap the game for you so far after 2 periods of play at the intermission. In the first period, Des Moines 2 goals to get the scoring going. The first one came 6:50 into the opening frame. Joseph Argentina, his third of the year, unassisted, made it 1-0 Buccaneers. Reese Wallen followed up, the former Storm player, with his third goal of the year at the 8:10 mark of the first period, assisted by Blake Selensky and Ryan Kroll to give Des Moines a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes. In the second, Des Moines 2 more goals. Harper Searles, the first one, his second of the year, assisted by Henry Schmiel and Jason Davenport. 4:10 into the middle frame. made it 3-0 Des Moines, and then 13-13 into the second. 4-0 Des Moines. A nice one-time goal by Riley Zupfer, his first of the season, assisted by Ryan Seelinger and Rylan Rooney. A power play goal, that one was, to make it 4-0 Buccaneers. There was, in the second period, 14 Des Moines shots to 13 Tri-City shots. Total shots on goal in the game, 22 to 21 rather, in favor of Des Moines. Power play-wise in the game, Des Moines 1 for 3 on the man advantage. They obviously struck on that Zupfer goal late in the second, and Tri-City 0 for 2 on the power play here today. Goaltending-wise in the game, Max Weiland, perfect so far in the Des Moines net. He has stopped all 21 shots he has seen on the day so far, and Owen Nelson in goal for Tri-City has halted 18 of the 22 shots in his cage so far this afternoon in his first game action since September 20th. So that is that for the first two periods today. Once again, our recap after 40 minutes is 4-0 Des Moines after 40 minutes here from the Vero Center today. And when we come back on the intermission, we will have our Storm Report podcast from this week and continuing to sit down and play that sit-down with Paul Bloomer, who was our guest on the Storm Report podcast from this week. We played some of that for you in the first intermission. We'll continue on with that, some more of that during the second intermission here after this quick break. Once again, our score 4-0 Des Moines after 40 minutes of play, and we'll be back with more in a moment on Storm Radio.
Fresh start to your meal at Pizza Ranch, where the salad bar is always included with your buffet. Every day you'll find garden fresh greens, colorful veggies, and sides for every appetite. It's the most refreshing way to balance out a meal while leaving plenty of room for your other buffet favorites. Convenient, fast, and fresh. It's the Pizza Ranch Salad Bar.
So how exactly is Northwestern Energy delivering a bright future?
By making sure your lights come on every day.
And providing new ways to help you save.
By adding critical infrastructure
that allows our communities to grow. By dedicating time and resources that ensure our energy's reliability.
And decreasing our emissions until we reach net zero.
It's your future and all of ours.
So we won't stop working
until it's as bright as it can be.
Winning a new truck playing trucks and bucks from the Nebraska Lottery changes a person. I used to drive around hills. Now I drive over them. I used to hate helping friends move. Now I can do it in one trip. I used to own my own tech company. Now I'm on the professional rodeo circuit. Actually, I'm going back to tech. Bulls are really mean, and I just don't look good in chaps.
Play trucks and bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe. Think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers hot, fresh chicken finger meals. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Before we talk more about you, I'm curious maybe what's different about this year's team compared to last year.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously compared to last year, we lost some like older guys like Sean.
Yep.
Ewan. He was a big guy in the locker room, so that it'd be funny to see him this year. But yeah, so I think we have a lot of guys from last year, like me, Lincoln, Bodie, a lot of guys sort of like first year, that are kind of stepping up to, like we had some good leaders last year, so I think they set the tone, sort of example. So definitely helps with, like kind of trying to figure it out as like an older guy on the team. But yeah, I think you have some young guys, but they're stepping up, obviously. Like Cooper's been playing really well, Malmquist, a bunch of guys. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's too crazy. I think the room's pretty tight, which is good. So yeah, I mean, guys are playing poker every night, that sort of thing. So you like to see that, but
tight-knit
yeah.
group.
Mm-hmm.
Good. In terms of you come from a hockey family, right? I mean, I think everybody in your family has some sort of role to the game.
Yeah. yeah, all my siblings, even all of them played hockey at some point. My younger sister, she's not playing anymore, but she's just playing some high school sports. I think she's playing lacrosse and golf. But yeah, everyone else, like my older sister, she played at Harvard for 4 years, and she's done now. But yeah, I mean, like her and my older brother definitely set an example of me. I mean, I was just growing up, I was always around hockey. So, you know, and my older sister, I give a lot of credit to her because she set an example like no one else have seen. Especially like, I don't know, like growing up, everyone be like, oh, your sister's Ann Bloomer. I'm like, yeah. She's like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, like I didn't know, like whatever. And then, you know, one day she randomly commits to Harvard. I'm like, okay, where did that come from? But no, yeah. So, you know, my dad played too. So he's always got something to say. I talk to him after every game. He'll give me some like little tips or advice or things he sees. But most of the time he kind of lets me chill. He doesn't really get too up in my grill.
That's good.
Yeah. So I mean I always have someone to talk to hockey wise. Yeah, and then I got my younger brother Steven. He's playing for the Mountain Kings and all. Yeah, so everyone's kind of on their path right now.
Mhm.
My older brother's playing some club hockey in college, but yeah, so I think everyone still has that hockey itch a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty cool. You're from Chicago. Tell me about what it was like to grow up there. I mean, I know we talked about this last year. You came on last year, and you talked about the opportunity available just being in that area. I mean, it had to have been a big influence on you to just to be there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many great programs out there, and just like growing up, like it wasn't like one of those things where people thought it was like odd to play hockey. Like it's pretty popular. Like anywhere you go, like yeah. And I mean, I think Chicago has a lot of great hockey players. Like every level, there's always gonna be someone you know.
Yeah.
Like, even on your team or just close. So yeah. I mean, I have like lifelong friends that I've known from playing hockey there in Chicago. Yeah, some of them don't play hockey anymore, but it just goes to show you like the relationships you make with that. But yeah, Chicago's been a great area. Like I got some really good young ages this year, I think. But yeah, there's overall it's a great place to grow up playing hockey, honestly.
While you're in Kearney, what is your favorite thing to do with free time?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's kind of like not the best because it just takes all my money. But I go to Seven Brew pretty
The coffee
religiously.
place?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I think a lot of the guys use Seven Brew because like they don't have too many in Chicago, or I haven't seen any at least. But Seven Brew. I've been golfing while the weather's still nice.
Yep.
Meadowlark. We went to Wild Horse, which it was like an hour away, but
Yeah.
insanely nice course. Do that a lot. I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of the fun that we do around here though is just like we'll go to someone's house, team, we'll play poker, we'll do something.
Yeah.
Like I think we're going to a movie maybe tonight.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, movies have been fun, but yeah, so it's really just the guys that make it. But Kearney's definitely got some things that are fun to do. Pickleball,
Yeah.
all that.
For a city this size, it's got a lot to do.
Definitely,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, and you guys are together just about every day,
Yeah.
right? When you're done with stuff.
Mhm.
That's great. The NHL season has started this week. Who do you look up to in the National Hockey League in terms of players?
In terms of players, I mean, I love watching the Panthers. I mean, you've just seen them be so successful
Mhm.
these last few years, and they have just overall players. Like, I mean, I mean, he's not like the flashiest or whatever, but Evan Rodriguez,
Yep.
so a player like him. I mean, I think he just plays the game the right way. He's just solid all around. I mean, that's what I strive to be. So, yeah. But I mean, I always watch the Blackhawks, no
Yeah.
matter how bad they are.
That's your team, right?
Yeah, it is my
Mhm.
team. It is my team. I think the power rankings just came out, and I don't think they're looking too hot. But I mean, they have like Bedard, Nazar, all these guys, so they'll be fun to watch no matter what. But yeah, so I can't give up on my Hawks, but there's definitely some teams out there that are fun to watch, like the Panthers, Knights,
Yeah.
all that. But yeah.
We will be another good year, another fun year to watch.
Mhm.
Paul, we really appreciate the time today. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
and congrats on the success to start the year.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Paul Bloomer, Stormer at home this weekend. 3 games. Fargo on Friday at 7. Fargo on Saturday at 6. Des Moines on Sunday at 3. We hope to see you out at the Vero Center for all of those this weekend. And thanks for listening to this episode of the Storm Report, and we'll see you soon.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers hot, fresh chicken finger meals. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Stay 3 nights nights and get a $100 Best Western gift card. Book direct at bestwestern.com.
As a Nebraska lottery retailer, I'm always looking for new ways to promote scratch and lotto tickets. So, this year, I've hired the local hockey team to remind people how fast, easy, and fun the games are. Hey, no cross-checking customers.
Sorry, have it.
It's a little hectic, but it's working.
One $2 scratch ticket coming your way.
Oh, nice shot. Right in the breadbasket.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks. But not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
The teams lined up and ready for the puck drop to begin period number 3. Des Moines trying to win both games on the weekend. They were at Sioux City last night, beat the Musketeers 5-3, and today in Kearney looking to grab a 4-point weekend. Storm, meanwhile, have played 2 games already this weekend, looking to have a winning weekend. They beat Fargo in here on Friday, lost to the Force last night, and today trying to go 2-1. In the 3-3. Puck was out at center. Des Moines ripped it into the Storm zone. Puck awkwardly off a stanchion, bounced in toward Tri-City netminder Owen Nelson. He gloved it down and held on for a whistle. We have 21 seconds gone by in the third. 4-0 again. Des Moines on top, and they're out shooting Tri-City 22-21 right now. The shot count not lopsided in the game. Des Moines has had some good looks. They buried their chances. They've taken advantage of Storm turnovers today. At some key times. Face-off won by Des Moines. Mikula's shot from the right point. Save made by Nelson. Follow-up try from the left point. And it was a shot wide of the net from Ryland Randall. Below the goal line, Sealinger trying to get it for the Buccaneers in the near corner. Lost it. Zidlicki on it for Des Moines. He was bumped hard off the biscuit by Matveev. And on the near half wall, Jensen trying to calm it down for Tri-City. Banked it on the backhand around the wall into the right wing corner. Leyland slid it up the boards, intercepted there by Randall. He comes to the net, drop pass, they score. What a beautiful finish by Deladonna. A rip from the far circle, top shelf on Nelson, glove side, and Des Moines now leads 5-0. That was a pretty set up. Des Moines gathered that puck on the far wing. And Deladonna, beautiful rip after he was set up nicely there by Randall. Randall kind of a behind-the-back type pass. Knew Deladonna was behind him. A great feat as he swiped it backward to his teammate, and near the face-off dot, Deladonna ripped it in the blink of an eye back of the Storm net on the glove side of Nelson. So 5-0 Des Moines. They strike very early on here in the third. Tyler far half wall for the Buccaneers. They break out of their own zone seamlessly. Davenport right winging over the Storm line. Drop pass Zielinski. Tried to center one over, intercepted Jarvis for the Storm. Got in the way of that. Wrapped around the wall to the area near center ice. Kroll left wing of his own blue line for Des Moines. Played it forward. Pilgrim on it for Tri-City, but they're in offside as Smith was in the zone trying to scramble his way out. Pilgrim came in just before he got out of the zone there, and that'll halt the clock with 18:34 to go in the third. So we're going to face off here in the neutral zone on the Des Moines left wing, closest to their blue line. battled in by Tri-City. They won the face-off game hard off the end boards in front, and Wyland kept it out on a Storm chance there. Perhaps somebody got their stick on in front. Couldn't really tell who, but a puck dumped in hard off the end boards, came right in front of Wyland, and he sprawled out to keep it out of the net. Des Moines, meanwhile, deep in their offensive end with a chance to pass in front there by Zupfer. Never reached anybody in front of the Storm cage. Tri-City up the ice. Zagani between the circles. Des Moines' zone came off his twig and went over to the far half wall, and Zupfer. Rink wide Rooney over the Storm line, trying to make some moves on the young defenseman Barron. Good job by Barron to knock the puck free. Played that very well. Left wing center ice, red line Wise. Around the boards to the far half wall, and Thornton. He ties up with Marine. In there as well for Des Moines, Argentina. This is a 2-on-1 battle favoring Des Moines. Then Brown comes in for Tri-City to join the fray. And Schmiel as well in there for Des Moines. The puck locked up against skates and sticks against the boards there toward that far corner. Des Moines finally works it free. It is mailed out of there near side of the ice by Argentina, and a puck ends up in the Des Moines bench for a whistle with 17:28 to go in the third. He was trying to get rid of it near corner of his own zone. The puck, though, through the air into that Des Moines bench. It's a whole play. Des Moines put up 5 goals last night at Sioux City. It was the first time they had scored 5 goals in a game this year. And they put up 5 here tonight. Love down by Dom's left point of the Storm offensive zone as Des Moines was trying to move it up the ice. Good job by him to keep it in. Around the boards, he comes to the near half wall, out of the reach of Thorpe. Whitfield a shot, blocked away there by the goaltender. And Wyland ends up back in the net and to the right point. And Leyland walks the line, carries it far circle, a shot to the cage. Good stop was made there by Wyland. He makes the cover with 17:05 to go in the third. Let's come together a bit after that whistle. I think maybe Tri-City's Bloomer was down there looking for a rebound, and Des Moines thought he got a little bit too close to their netminder. Trot to the left of Wyland coming up as the Vuvuzelas continue to echo throughout the Vero Center. Des Moines with a face-off win to the left of Wyland. Quickly kicked out of the zone by Randall, and a foot race for it. Sealinger wins it against Mikulski to beat out the icing. Mikulski's stick caught on the back of the net. It got stuck. He's without one as to go to the bench. Now the neutral zone, Des Moines trying to regroup. The puck was pushed there. Sealinger got it over the line, and now they're offside, they call. As Sealinger got it over the line, maybe it was, I think, Zidlicki perhaps in the zone there for Des Moines. Perhaps Deladonna as well over the line before the puck came through. So it's 16:45 to go in the third, 5-0 Buccaneers. Des Moines fans watching today going to be happy with how your team has played. How your team has performed this season. Buccaneers missed the playoffs last year. They were 7th in the West, 25-32-5. The overall record, 55 points. In fact, they haven't made the playoffs since the 2022-23 season. Trying to get back there this year. And they've got a better team this year, you can tell. And they have put up some good results so far in the early goings this season. Back to the net, the puck in the Des Moines zone, played by a high stick of the Buccaneers. I think that was Mickle maybe, who touched it above the shoulders. Faceoff is going to come in the Des Moines zone here. It looks like to the left of Wyland, with players coming out to get to the faceoff. The Storm did not change their lineup at all last night. Minus one thing, a new goaltender. Obviously, Michael Perrotto was in net yesterday and the night before. Owen Nelson today, but other than that, there were no changes to the Storm lineup at all from last night to tonight. Of course, the Storm have a lot of injuries they're dealing with right now, some illness going on. They are short-handed a bit. So the combinations are kind of far and few between, but there was nothing that changed. Thrown out to center by the Storm from his own zone. Crawford gave it to Des Moines' Jason Davenport. On the right wing, the neutral zone, Smith ladles it near corner Des Moines zone. Davenport in there first for the Buccaneers. Passed it to the middle. Leafed over by Wallen to the far side of the Des Moines zone, and Zidlicki. Now playing into the Storm end of the sheet. Wallen, the puck escaped his grasp to try to calm it down amongst the sea of Storm players in front of the Tri-City net. Tylik with a nod for Des Moines, far corner of his offensive zone. Wallen pass in front of the backhand, intercepted there by the Storm, and Pilgrim got out the 9-iron to lift it into the Buccaneer zone. Out in the neutral zone, Wise bumped it ahead for Tri-City. A pass forward by Thorpe. Des Moines will regroup. Roll off the boards for Thorpe on the far corner. Searles got it down to the middle. Some room to skate up the right wing for Henry Schmiel and over the Storm line. He passes one toward the net, hit off a series of bodies. Backhand play by Rooney toward Nelson, and he covers up right side of the blue paint with 14:54 to go in the third. We'll have immediate timeout. Rooney maneuvered his way to that side of the ice, kind of bottom of that far circle. Backhand shot halted by Nelson, and immediate timeout just over 5 minutes into the third. The score is 5-0 Des Moines. We'll have more in a moment on Storm Radio.
We'll get you going in the morning, yeah, we're here for you. With a smile on our face and a cup of brew. If you need a hot breakfast to get you on the move, while you get your car ready, filling up on a fuel. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump up your day at Pump and Pantry. Pump and Pantry.
Save money with this Northwestern Energy tip. Install LED bulbs in all your light fixtures. They conserve energy and stay cooler than other bulbs. And because they don't produce much heat, they won't trick your thermostat into running the AC longer than necessary.
Just over 5 minutes into period number 3 here inside Vero Center today. 5-0 Des Moines over Tri-City. Face off the remaining timeout to the right of Storm netminder Owen Nelson. And it's a clean win for Des Moines. It's up for back to the center point. Thorpe, a shot into the breadbasket to Nelson. He tracked that puck well through traffic. Hold on to it. Face off coming to his right. 14:48 to go in the period. Tri-City again on the road twice next weekend. They play 2 games both away from here. Friday at Omaha, that'll be a 7 o'clock game. Saturday at Sioux City will be a 6 o'clock puck drop. As the puck here in toward Nelson after the face-off, it trickled in toward him. Made a nice cover of the blue paint. 14:44 to go in the third. So Friday at Omaha, Saturday at Sioux City next week for the Storm. No Sunday game next week. Omaha has struggled to start the year. Sioux City has not struggled. They have been good, but they were beat by this Des Moines team on their home ice last night. Ozagani lifts it out to center. Des Moines gloves it down. Dumped in there by Zupfer. Back of the Storm net. Around it comes for Ozagani in the near half wall. Then it to the middle, and Springer on the right wing. Whitfield drives through the neutral zone over the line on the right wing. Pass far side Marine. Now far circle Ozagani. Failing the shot. As it backed up behind the right wing, ripped it toward the net, and a stick save made there by Weiland. He got the puck with the stick, and it deflected up and out from there. With 14:13 to go in the third. When you look at the league standings, the big surprise this year may be that Lincoln is dead last in terms of the Western Conference standings, to be more specific. After being the powerhouse team during the regular season last year in the West, Lincoln through 7 games, 1-6-0. Here's a break to the net for Theo Kinston on the goal, and a save made by Nelson on a little break to the cage there. Trying to stuff it 5-hole was Kist, and Nelson squeezed the legs hard to keep it out of the net. Good save. And it was a face-off in the Des Moines zone, quickly worked up the ice by the Buccaneers. Kist drove to the net, got past Storm defenders, and as he approached Nelson, tried to, again, tuck his shot 5-hole, and Nelson able to make a good save. Draw to the right of Nelson here. It'll feature Brown for Tri-City up against Kiss for Des Moines. First circle, puck tied up for, and won by Tri-City. Left wing Dobbs it over the Des Moines line. Centered one up for Brown, but never really got to him. Is on the rush. Some good defensive work there by Des Moines player who was back. That was number 21 in blue, Tomas Mikkel. Buccaneers work the puck through center. Howard with it. Backhand up into the Storm zone. Around the boards it goes to the near corner of the Tri-City end of the ice. Crawford held on to it there, and now over on the far side is Wise. Up the right wing, tipped there by Doms into the Des Moines zone. Near circle, Davenport has it for the Buccaneers. Rink wide on the left wing. Zidlicki, far circle, lost it. Taken away by Boney Leyland. Right wing, Malmquist and over the Des Moines line, but they are offside as Jensen hopped over the line before the puck came through. 13-19 to go in the third. Neutralized faceoff coming up. Des Moines left wing, closest to their blue line. Deladonna and Yelp. Clean win Deladonna, and Des Moines has in their own zone Davenport. To the middle there, Zidlicki. Davenport on the right wing, playing it ahead to the neutral zone. They fight for it now in front of the benches, near side center ice. Red line thrown back in the net. Wyland handles it and was able to get it off to a teammate on the far wing, and Kroll. Long pass ahead, tipped its way through center, back in his own end. Matea for Tri-City and behind the net. Skates it out of his own zone here and cuts to the left wing, then will twirl back. Some pressure from Seelinger. It is on the far side. Leyland got it to Malmquist at center. He was bumped off the biscuit by Davenport, and it's in the Des Moines zone, leafed out of there by Zidlicki. Or rather, Kroll, I beg your pardon, their captain. Pass to the middle by Seelinger to the slot, intercepted by Jensen. At his own line for Des Moines, handling it. Argentina pushed it ahead to Jensen at the Storm line. Nice right wing pass ahead to Leyland. Over the line they come. Des Moines zone, far circle, a shot that came from Jarvis, and a glove save from Wylant to flash that down from the air. 12-19 left in the third. That's a good look for the Storm. Good work, Leyland. Connected there with Jarvis. Top the far circle, a rip, and a glove save made by Wylant, the goaltender, who is so far pitching a shutout tonight. 23 saves on the 23 shots that have come his way. Face-off won by Des Moines, then they lost it on a turnover back in the net. Jarvis centered it up, and Smith in the area in front of the cage could not get a stick on it. Near half-wall puck picked up by the Buccaneers. Zelensky got it back in the near corner. Here is Gus Thorpe. Out of his own zone for the Buccaneers, carrying it ahead. And in over the line on the right wing, Owen Tylik. Ripped it down back in the cage for Wallen. He was pinned up against the wall by Whitfield on a physical play. Pilgrim in there as well for Tri-City. Wallen ended up staying with it. Played the puck to the far half wall. Jarvis intercepted. Now in the middle it is Smith. Left wing over the line, Mikulski. Back to Smith, near side. He was tied up and effective defensive play there by Henry Schmiel. Near side of the net, that area of the ice. Schmiel, a good job to engage there. Stick-on-stick contact. Take that opportunity away. Pilgrim rips it near corner Des Moines zone off the glass from center. Near corner Randall. Around the boards on the right wing. Open space for Rooney to carry it out. He's it over the Storm line, but they're offside. The Buccaneers. On his right was Searles, and on his left was Zupfer. And somebody over the line there before the puck came through. 11:14 to go, third period. 5-0 Buccaneers. And the face-off of the Storm right wing closest to their blue line. Des Moines will come here for 2 games, a 2-game series, January 31st and February 1st. That's a Saturday, Sunday. The next time they come here will be in 2026. Barron shoots it, left point, wide to the far side of the net. Storm in the offensive end here, far half wall. Dug out by the Buccaneers. They move it to the neutral zone. Zupfer in over the Storm line here on the left wing. Toe drag shot on Barron, who blocked it with the skates. He's looked good today. Has Tiber Barron, an affiliate player out there for the Storm, dressed as the extra defenseman today. Has made some good mature plays out there. Dumped in by Barron to the near corner of the Des Moines zone. Back in the net with it is Randall. Threw it to center ice. Crawford with it here. One over on the far wing. Randall bumped by Marine off the puck. He'll swing around the boards and back to the Des Moines net. Stopped there by Wylant. And he'll leave it for his teammate in the area behind the cage there in Mickle. Over the line on the left wing, dumped in by Des Moines. Argentina around the boards, near corner. Roloffs plays it. He gets tied up. Crawford in the area with Brown. Now left wing Dom's looking to skate it out. He over-skated it. Now off the glass, plays it out to center where it's handled here by Davenport. He lost it. Brown plays it back in his own end. Crawford chases after far half wall. Gets out to 9-iron to lift this one out to center ice. Des Moines stays with it. Argentina left wing got a pass. Flips it over the Storm line. Back to the net. It'll be Crawford. Around the boards of the far half wall. Handled there by Joseph Argentina. Now on the biscuit. Bloomer behind the Storm net. He was hit hard. Nice job by Howard to get in the way, but an even better job by Bloomer to stay with it. Then he was knocked down and he draws a penalty. Storm going to go to the power play here to Leyland in his own end. That is great work by Bloomer. He goes down, he loses the puck, gets it back, and then draws a penalty after that. Leyland over the line here in the left wing into the Des Moines zone. Trying to pass it up high, but it was picked off by Howard. Now we got some stuff going on here near half wall of the Des Moines zone. Everybody coming in there to exchange some shoves and pushes. I don't know what started this, but something happened down there and somebody got really angry. And now everybody tied up and pushing and shoving. There's some helmets on the ice. All 5 players on each team involved in this, and I'm sure we're going to have some penalties. And there is 9:04 to go in the third. We have immediate timeout. The officials will talk about what the next move will be, and we'll step aside for just a moment. 5-0 Des Moines on Storm Radio.
Northwestern Energy supplies natural gas to residents all over our territory.
We are the front line on communicating with our customers and educating them in the safety of natural gas.
Natural gas is affordable, and with the safety procedures that we've put in place, it's a very reliable source of energy for your home. I'm proud to do what I do because it's very important to bring safety to the forefront in this industry.
We are here to protect our community and our customers.
So how exactly is Northwestern Energy delivering a bright future?
By making sure your lights come on every day.
And providing new ways to help you save.
By adding critical infrastructure
that allows our communities to grow.
By dedicating time and resources that ensure our energy's reliability.
And decreasing our emissions until we reach net zero.
It's your future and all of ours.
So we won't stop working
until it's as bright as it can be.
Hey, mornings just got better at Pump & Pantry. For a limited time, Pumped Up Rewards members can enjoy a pump-sized coffee for just 99 cents. That's right, your favorite fresh brewed coffee, hot and ready, for less than $1. Perfect for your morning drive or afternoon pick-me-up. Not a Pumped Up Rewards member yet? Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com or in the app. It's free, easy, and the savings start right away.
Well, back here at Vieiro Center, the whole thing that started that scrum in the near half wall of the Des Moines zone, Lincoln Yelma cross-check up high on, I believe, Des Moines' Jason Davenport in the middle of that battle, and then that's kind of what snowballed the whole thing into a complete 5-on-5 shoving match almost. Storm here with a puck. They're on the power play. Far circle is shot by Leyland, went wide of the net, and Des Moines will scoop this one down the ice. So remember, at the start of that play, there was a delayed penalty. Paul Bloomer was brought down by Des Moines' Nathan Howard, and the only player in the penalty box as we came out of the break is Howard for Des Moines. So Storm here on the 2-minute power play. 8:40 left in the third period. Pump and Pantry power play for the Storm. As this puck is sent down on a clear by Des Moines again after Tri-City got into their zone. Minute 23 to go in the Pump and Pantry power play. Howard picked up a 2-minute minor for slashing on that play with Bloomer. And that was the only penalty assessed after all the shoving that happened there in the near side of the Des Moines zone. Meanwhile, Des Moines trying to rip a puck down the ice and went hard to the Storm bench, and I'm glad it missed John Torchetti and Matt Berry, the two coaches standing middle of the bench there. That was a rocket into the bench, and somebody could have gotten hurt, and it went between them. Puck at the Des Moines line, it was cleared by a Des Moines player into the bench hard. Ripped in there. I'm glad everybody's okay. That was going to do some damage if it hit somebody, especially a coach or a staff member, not wearing equipment. So we got a face-off to the right of Wyland here in the Des Moines zone, and Tri-City wins it. Again, they're still on the power play. Yelm Ozagani, far circle is shot. Blocker save made by the goaltender in Wyland. Came above the right circle technically. Now Michalski, high slot, shoots it over the net. Bouncing puck, side of the cage. Davenport shovels it over to the near side. Des Moines trying to work it out. It is grabbed there on a backhand by Argentina. Up high, he'll throw it down the ice. And the Storm will regroup in their own zone here with 43 seconds to go in the Pump and Pantry power play. Michalski on backhand play in his own end for Lincoln Yelm. Skates it left wing over the Des Moines line. It's the breaks of the near half wall. Stick handles, shoots it up high to Michalski. Back for Yelm, left wing, some room. In the near circle. Near corner, Bloomer, back of the net. Return feed to Yelm. Lincoln Yelm, stick handles, throws it up high. Michalski. Yelm, Michalski again, up high on the right side. Shoots it wide to the near side of the net. 10 to go in the power play. Yelm with it here, up high at the left point. Near corner for Bloomer. Up high, Michalski again, left point. Backhand feed to Bloomer, the near circle. Ball switches with Michalski. A shot off a stick, wide to the far side. Ozagani with it. He was pickpocketed immediately by Howard, who came in the box to the right point. Howard has the puck, left wing of the Storm line. A shot. Ripped it over the net. Maybe getting a piece of that was defender back in Bloomer. Power play over, 5-on-5. Yelm sticks it to the near corner of the Des Moines zone. It is grabbed by the Buccaneers behind the net as we're down to 6:38 to go in the third. On the far wing, leaped ahead there by Reese Wallen to the near corner of the Storm zone, and here's Barron. On the right wing, Wise to Marine. And it's handled by Brown. Across the ice in the Des Moines zone with it there. Barron ties up with a Des Moines player. That was Mickle. Ends up back in the net for Kiss. He will skate it through the far circle and pats it to the right wing, and out at center is Des Moines' Thomas Mickle. Around back of the net to Kiss. Lost it there for Rooney. Played it to the near circle. Dalladonna was in his feet. And now the Storm march out of their own zone with it. This is Jarvis up ahead. He was shoved up high, coming in over the Des Moines line by Thorpe. Separated him from the puck. Thorpe with it here, far circle, the zone end for Des Moines. Fed it on the right side, Dalladonna. Takes it over the Storm line here in the slot. Was pickpocketed a bit by Jarvis, but knocked the puck free, and Crawford got it. Near circle, he'll twirl around his own end with 5.5 to go in the third. Whitfield sidesteps to Des Moines defender, Dalladonna. Crawford off the wall on the far side, gets it back in his own end. This is handled by Des Moines, sent forward by Thorpe. Zidlicki center of the blue line, trying to get in the Storm zone, and now it's in the near circle and Dobbs. He passed it right in front of his own net to Whitfield, I think. That was the plan, I guess. Zidlicki got in front of the Storm cage and never really ripped a shot. Got a chance to. It was a steal away by the Storm. Now Sealinger, side of the net in the Tri-City zone. Painted in front, loose puck in the blue paint. Nelson trying to find it. Des Moines, several players jamming at it. Came back up high at the right point. Davenport ripped it around the boards to the far corner, and Michalski on it there. He'll just send it down the length of the rink. This will be an icing. Somewhat of a desperation clear there with 4:40 to go in the third. Storm running around in their own end. Max Wyland is 4:40 away from the shutout tonight in that Des Moines cage. He has yet to get one this season. Only has one in his USHL career. It came last year at Omaha on December the 28th. Des Moines, a shot from the left point that came from Ryan Kroll, and a rebound off Nelson. The follow-up try was covered up, and players come together again in front of the Storm goal, and we're going to have a penalty or two here, it looks like. I think the Storm were not impressed by Des Moines sending some players maybe too close, they thought, to Nelson. After the whistle, and with 4:30 to go in the third, Storm going to be short-handed. Michalski's going to go for holding. So Des Moines a power play chance. Almost after the whistle, Michalski kind of grabbed a Des Moines player from behind in Argentina. and locked him up. And gets a penalty for it. So the Des Moines power play back to work. They have scored once tonight. Wise out to center. Springer over the line here, middle of the sheet into the Des Moines zone. Springer lost the puck. He was torn down. Penalty coming here on Des Moines. As to the bench is Nelson for an extra man. The puck touched by the Buccaneers below the goal line. I think they're going to take Randall maybe. Going to be a hold. Springer was torn down near circle in that Des Moines zone. And Randall marching his way to the box. Will be 4-on-4 here for a minute 43. So that Des Moines power play only lasts 17 seconds. And Randall headed over there to sit 4-2 for holding. Next time the Storm are at home after today is October 25th, a Saturday game against Lincoln. That'll be a 6 o'clock puck drop. The night before, the Storm will be in Lincoln on the 24th of October. And they will play at 3-3 that weekend after the Saturday home game against the Stars. They will head to Sioux Falls, 4 o'clock Sunday game on the 26th. Storm the puck here up high in their offensive end. Leyland ripped one to the net, went over Wyland. Thorpe with it back of the net in the Des Moines zone. Ripped it over in the right wing circle, and it's played here by Howard. Here's center ice. Man, he got hit by Leyland. A collision there. Both players kind of took a tumble. Howard tried to skate through the hit as best as he could. Good job by Leyland to step up and make some contact. Schmiel in his own end for Des Moines. Again, we're 4-on-4 for a minute and 6 seconds here. Then the Storm will get a very short power play. On the right side is Zupfer for Des Moines. Through center ice, he'll go. Cut in over the Storm line, middle of the sheet. Runs into 4 different Tri-City players. Wise stole the puck away with some stick-on-stick contact. And it's Pilgrim here in the right wing circle for Tri-City of his own zone. Near wing pass to Wise. In the left wing, he'll skate it out of the Storm end of the sheet. Blew a tire. Faced some pressure from Zielinski in front of the benches. Zielinski walks the puck in the Storm zone. Fed it off in the far half wall. Kroll shot. Stick save made there by the goaltender and Nelson. It goes up and out with 3:01 to go in the third. So face off to the right of Nelson in the Storm zone. Jensen and Kiss. Clean win Des Moines. They'll play it to the far corner. Jensen after it for Tri-City. After they lost the puck, Des Moines did. Played ahead there by Zidlicki, and the Storm in their own end with it here. Matvey up to the right wing, and it's Ozagani over the line. He lost it. Puck loose, right wing point. Ozagani gets it for Tri-City, the offensive end. 10 seconds to go in 4-on-4 time. Jensen left point, far circle. It is Wise. Jensen top the far circle. They switch spots. Far half wall, Ozagani played it through the middle, bounced off the boards and out through center. Whitfield off the boards in the far half wall. Ozagani over there for Jensen. Now Whitfield, as the Vuvuzelas really get going. Storm here on a power play, 4-on-4 time over. Out of the box came Mikulski, and now exiting the Des Moines sin bin is Randall. So 5-on-5, we have 2:05 to go in the third. Davenport going over the Storm line of the ice. Left wing off to Seelinger in the far circle. He'll dance his way back in the Tri-City net. Whitfield on his backside. Seelinger, a good feed to his teammate Adam Zidlicki. Now it's Barron far corner for the Storm. Up the right wing, bouncing puck knocked to center there. Good play by Bloomer. Up ahead, Malmquist with it far half wall for Tri-City. He was angled off the puck there by Mickle. And Des Moines will bank it out to the neutral zone. Young blew a tire, fell over at his own line. Zidlicki picked up the puck, fired a shot, far circle, past both Crawford and the goaltender Nelson. Went to the near corner. They battle for it now in the near half wall of the Storm zone. It is handled here by Seelinger. He will lose it to Yelm at the line. Good job by Lincoln to knock it free. Yelm now with a break to the Des Moines net. He was held up. Penalty coming here. The shot for the far circle off the side of the cage. Des Moines will touch up far circle Tylek. And it will be a Storm power play for the rest of regulation unless they score with a 1:07 to go in the third. Good effort there by Yelm. Took the puck away from Des Moines. at the Storm blue line. And then marched it up the ice, had a break to the net through the far circle. Shot it toward the cage. It went off the side of the net, but he was brought down before the shot kind of went off by Ryland Randall, who's right back in the box for Des Moines. So a power play for the Storm, pump and pantry power play for the remainder of regulation as the puck won by Des Moines on the faceoff and is immediately cleared down the rink. Slashing call to Randall for 2 minutes. And we have 55 seconds to go in the third. Out of his own zone, Malmquist, drop pass back to Yelm. He'll dump it in left wing and over the Des Moines line, and around the boards he goes to Thorpe. He'll shuffle it past Ozagani out to center ice, where it's overskated by Zuffer for Des Moines, and then circles it over the Storm line here on the left wing. Taken away by Mikulski out of his own net for Tri-City. Right wing, he'll cut it over the Des Moines line. Mikulski, a drop pass back out of the reach of Yelm at the right point. Des Moines get a 2-on-1, maybe the other way. Left wing over the line is Zuffer. Cross ice, circles a shot. Didn't get all of it, ripped it wide to the far side of the Storm net for the near circle. 18 seconds to go. In his own zone for Des Moines is Kroll. Threw it down to the Storm end of the ice and Smith. He's got it back in the net with 10 seconds to go. Fed it off to Pilgrim. One last charge for Tri-City. Center ice, red line, right wing, threw it forward in the Des Moines zone. Chipped ahead there by the Buccaneers, out of danger, and that will do it. The Des Moines Buccaneers come to Kearney and make a statement. They beat the Storm 5-0 on this Sunday afternoon at Fiero Center. The Buccaneers, 2 wins on the weekend. They outscored their opponents 10-3 in those 2 games on the weekend. A 4-point weekend for Des Moines. They beat Sioux City last night, and they come here to Kearney and pick up a nice 5-0 win today over the Tri-City Storm, who go 1-2 on the weekend across the 3-3. They won the first one against Fargo, but dropped the next 2 against the Force last night, and obviously today against the Buccaneers. Well, the Storm, unfortunately, a tough ending to the weekend. They played really well on Friday. They got the win. According to Coach Torchetti, didn't play so well last night, and I'm sure the coach will not be too happy with the performance today. Luckily, the Storm full week of practice coming up before they hit the road, take on Omaha on the road Friday, and then they're at Sioux City on Saturday of next weekend. 5-0 the final today. Des Moines wins it. I invite you to stay tuned for our post-game show coming up next. We'll recap the game for you after that and look ahead to Tri-City's 2 games next weekend in Omaha and then in Sioux City. Post-game after this, 5-0 Des Moines wins it today on Storm Radio.
Hey, mornings just got better at Pump and Pantry. For a limited time, Pumped Up Rewards members can enjoy a pump-sized coffee for just 99 cents. That's right, your favorite fresh brewed coffee, hot and ready, for less than $1. Perfect for your morning drive or afternoon pick-me-up. Not a Pumped Up Rewards member yet? Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com or in the app. It's free, easy, and the savings start right away.
As a Nebraska lottery retailer, I'm always looking for new ways to promote scratch and lotto tickets. So this year, I've hired the local hockey team to remind people how fast, easy, and fun the games are. Hey, no cross-checking customers.
Sorry, have it.
It's a little hectic, but it's working.
One $2 scratch ticket coming your way.
Oh, nice shot. Right in the breadbasket.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing.